Okie dokie. I think I'm good. As far as I can tell, anyway. Who knows? Who knows? I never know what is happening. Okay. Who knows? Oh. Okay. Looks like we're live. Hello everybody, welcome. I know it is a late stream, there is no warning, I'm just kind of live. I don't normally stream Wednesdays. Not only do I not normally stream Wednesdays, I don't normally stream in the evening anymore, but extreme times call for extreme measures. If you don't know, I have been working super late at work, and today's my day off. So yesterday I didn't stream because I was at work super late on the Monday night, and I slept until like 1 in the afternoon yesterday, so there was just no way I was going to be live. And then I went live today, right now. I couldn't do it earlier because I had a bunch of stuff to do throughout the day, and I got it all done, and now I have a few hours, so I figured I would stream and go live. So I hope everybody's doing well, hope everybody's having a really good day. Quick little... Weird. Maybe I can't get it. That's okay. I guess maybe not. I don't know. This is new to me. Okay. So, a quick update, I guess. A quick update. Hello, Tiff. How are you? Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. Seraphic, hello, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well as well. I'm sorry, your name, I know, I say it every time, but I'm sorry. I'm just terrible at names and I'm bad at remembering them. But not too much is good. So I'm not normally live at this time on Wednesdays, but I had a little bit of free time, and so I thought I would go live. I'm tired, but not too tired to stream tonight. So I thought I would do it to kind of make up for the fact that I missed yesterday. I mean, I streamed Monday, knowing that I would probably end up missing yesterday, but I still feel bad, so I'm streaming today. Little bit of a weird update to some people, people that don't watch me on TikTok but usually watch me on Twitch, and if you happen to be on YouTube and sometimes you watch me on Twitch, I'm trying Kick tonight. I know I made a video about a month ago, kind of like, you know, bashing it a little bit, a lot of it. I'm not even gonna pretend like I didn't. I'm not gonna be like, oh no, I always thought it was pretty cool. I'm kind of weary about it, but we're here, right? And if you haven't heard, I'm sure if you follow the streaming verse at all, and you know a lot of streamers, you've heard it because it's all over my For You page, that Twitch decided that it was a really good idea to continue to kick its creators in the face. Either because they are slowly trying to turn it more corporate and have streams from like big, you know, Jimmy Kimmel style channels, or they are trying to kind of like not allow us to make our own money without them getting their you know, their beak wet a little bit, or they're just like voluntarily sabotaging their own site, because everything I've heard, Amazon loses money through Twitch on a regular basis, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're like sabotaging themselves, so when they shut the page down, it's kind of like, well, it was dead already anyway. But nonetheless, they're stealing money from their creators. They've always done it. I mean, they take a huge portion out of sponsors and stuff, so it's always been kind of rough. But Twitch is so gamified. Twitch is done so well because it's mostly gaming, so the support is more there from the community, but it's not really there from the company. But with this whole new set of rules that they've set out, they've really burned a lot of possibilities for creators, and now they're trying to walk it back a little bit while still not removing the new rules they've added. They're just kind of like, no, you misunderstood, but they're not changing anything, so obviously it's not a very good thing. So I decided I would try Kick just to see what it's like, to see what the numbers look like, to see what the site is like. I've never actually gone on Kick until last night when I made my page there, using the same name, Retro, for the first time, more than anything to kind of just lock it off so it's mine and nobody else can take it. But I thought right now, since I'm not streaming full time, since I'm not, you know, really invested in streaming, it's a better time than ever to try out Kick and see what I think. Do I think I'm going to stick around? I don't know. I'm still up in the air. I thought it would just be worth a try since everybody's here right now and a lot of eyes are on Kick at this time. And because I'm not fully, you know, devoted to streaming. If this would have been, you know, 2 years ago when I was really doing this full time, it would have been kind of risky to do this because you kind of alienate your viewers. But right now, like, I'm averaging like 5 to 10 viewers per stream. So they're like my friends. It's not like I'm, you know, doing it to like 1,000 people and a lot of them are just kind of there for the hype. These are my friends. So if I switch platforms, I'm not at risk of them like all of a sudden ignoring me. I know that they'll follow me wherever I go. So I thought it was worth a try. See what I think, you know. Shane the Main, hello, nice to see you. Welcome. How are you? And Tiff. Patty Rowe, hello. Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, Tiff, like, the whole thing is, it's just not a good look. Because, like, for the Twitch part of it, because they're really forcing us to go through them, and they're taking the vast majority of the income. So it makes it a lot less interesting for us to take a sponsorship. If, you know, the sponsorship, I don't get sponsorship this big, but there's some that are like $10,000. And now imagine if Twitch takes, you know, 50% of that. That's $5,000 for Twitch just for the sake of it being Twitch. Whereas before, it's like, no, it was your own sponsorship. You went out and got it. You did all the work. Twitch just wants to take money for the sake of being Twitch. And it's not like they're Amazon, one of the biggest companies in the world, and like they really need this extra bit of money. You know, and if they want to dip their beak, then make it a fair split. You know, like even if you want to take 20%, even up to 30%, okay, but not 50-50. Like that's ridiculous. You know, and then the whole thing of that they want to charge us $25 for canceling our affiliate now, like that's stupid. That's just greed right there. You know, up until a few months ago, I knew of people who had sent out to Twitch saying, hey, I want to cancel my affiliate, and Twitch just ignored them. And now they're paying attention and they want to actually fine you for it when they would just ignore people. So like, it's just really scummy behavior, which makes me kind of weary about it. That being said, Kick, I'm on Kick, so they might ban me for this, but apparently they're really like pro no censorship. But like, because they're no censorship, there's a lot of really like shady people on Kick, which has me a little bit weary. Obviously there's been a lot of drama with some of the creators on Kick, which also has me kind of weary. It's run by a casino, and casinos inherently are not upright companies, so that has me a little bit weary, but they offer 90%. Right, and it looks like they're planning to push to like pay content creators to come to them. So this might be the moment that Kick gets a little bit of extra momentum. Will they take over Amazon? I don't know. I mean, casinos have a lot of money, so they have money to burn to put towards this platform. But so does Amazon. But Amazon just seems to not have any interest in Twitch anymore, so I don't think Twitch is going to die anytime soon, but this might be a chance for Kick to kind of get a little bit more market share. So I don't know. I've seen some friends that, you know, average about 75 viewers on Twitch, which is a big number, and then they move over to Kick and all of a sudden they're averaging like 150. Like they almost doubled their viewership. So there are some mumblings out there that it has to do with like fake number counting, where like if you open 2 or 3 tabs, they'll count as through 2 or 3 views. They don't do what Twitch does, where Twitch, you know, only counts 1 tab and only a set amount of tabs can be open. Like you can't have 8 tabs open to 8 different friends and count as a view for all of them. I think you only count for the first 3 or something like that. So Kick is definitely not the most accurate numbers that you can get, but it helps, right? And for me, like I said, because I'm just starting back up with longer form content, and you know, come summertime in the next couple of months, I'm gonna really start pushing content. Right now is the safest time for me to try, because if this burns, I'm not gonna lose anything, right? It's not like I'm averaging 50 viewers and by, you know, abandoning everybody and coming to Kick, it's spitting in their face. Right now, the people that I'm abandoning will come wherever I go. They'll go to YouTube if they don't want to go to Kick. But it's worth a try, you know? It's worth a try. It's a weird time, to say the least. And obviously Kick is so new, there's a lot of missing integration. Like right now, I have Restream, but it's not picking up my Kick chat at all. Not that I have anybody watching me on Kick right now. I think Kick, I have 0 people watching me. But that's okay. I'm new on Kick. I don't know anybody on Kick. I'm doing this stream without any warning. So I'm not expecting to really get viewership over there, but it was worth a try to see what happens, see where things go. But that's kind of what's going on. Exactly, Tiff. If it flops, I'm not too concerned about it, right? Like there was a while there, like when DLive was like the big thing, when Mixer was the big thing. I tried Mixer for a little bit, but like I had my respectable viewership, right? Like when Mixer came out, I was averaging like 30 viewers on YouTube. So moving to Mixer was kind of a big leap. Now, mind you, I restreamed, so it wasn't like I was risking anything. I was just going there. But like when DLive came out, I was on Twitch and only doing Twitch, and I didn't want to dual stream. And so for me, going to DLive just was too big of a risk when I was averaging 25 to 30 viewers on Twitch at that time. And because I would have had to just like drop Twitch and go to DLive, it would have really been just cutting people off. But right now I'm restreaming. I don't have a whole bunch of people watching me on average. So like, I'm not super concerned. I'm not super upset if you know, I do a couple of kick streams and they completely are laughable and stay at 0 the whole time. I'm not going to be too worried about it because I'm not really risking anything, right? In a couple of months is when I'm going to really start upping my stream. You know, hopefully end of July is when I'm going to be, you know, upping how often I stream and how long I stream for. Maybe even end of June when Nora's out of school and I don't have to go pick her up. Then I might start doing longer streams to kind of get things going. And then, you know, come August, my plan is to start doing like longer videos to put on YouTube and to do way more content on TikTok and stuff and really put some energy behind content creation. And then who knows, right? I might end up really propelling the channel forward once I actually have the time to be able to put the effort in. Right now, I don't really have that. So it's not really like I'm busting my butt for me to fall flat on my face. If I fall flat on my face, I'm not putting in a lot of work right now. I'm streaming for a couple of hours a stream for, you know, 3 times a week. So I'm not too worried about it, but it's still a scary time streaming wise because YouTube has really backed off from like supporting streamers. Like when you and I met, I was on your recommended feed, and YouTube doesn't really do that anymore. And they've also backed off just from like really promoting streams like they were a few months back, even a year ago. Twitch is making a lot of bad decisions after a lot of bad decisions. You know, like they fed us the BS of we're going to lower the amount for a payout. It used to be $100 and they're like, we'll lower it to 50. That'll make it easier for smaller streamers to get a payout. But now they changed it from 15 days after the end of the month to 45 days after the end of the month. Imagine if you make a living on Twitch and that's your job. And then they just announce this, that it's like, hey, guess what? Next month, you're not going to get your pay. You're going to have to wait another month on top of it. You're going to go a whole month without pay. Like that's pretty scummy for them to do. You know, it's pretty crappy. And then putting all these rules about putting ads up and you're not allowed to, like that's a lot of really heavy-handed stuff for them to do. That's really going to affect your channels. And all of that with you not being able to turn off the ads that they provide. So like, allow me to opt out of the ads you provide and let me do my own ads. Then there's no concern for you. And if you're gonna force me to do the ads, then give me more of an income so I don't have to go look for my own sponsors and stuff. Like it's just really scummy overall. But what really sucks as a content creator is Twitch is like the big elephant, right? Like they're the ones that really push their weight around because that's where all the viewers are, right? Almost anybody who watches live stream is gonna watch on Twitch. They're not really, there's not a huge viewership on YouTube or on any of the other platforms really. And even if you can get good numbers, like my numbers on YouTube are far better than they ever were on Twitch when I was like at the peak. You know, I was doing some streams that had up to 60 people watching me, but I never made money on YouTube. Yet on Twitch, I could be doing 15 viewers and I was making, you know, 10 times more what I made on YouTube. So it's really hard for creators to walk away from Twitch, and it feels like Twitch knows that, and so Twitch feels like they can kind of just get away with whatever they want because no matter what, we're gonna go there. So it's kind of it's a bit. My God, turn the music down? No, this is how I run my channel. You want a channel with lower volume, you can make your own channel and you can have lower volume. Because I intentionally have ducking on there, so the volume is quite a bit quieter than me talking. So, thanks for the polite advice, I guess. But yeah, so it's kind of a messy time, you know? So you can focus on creating content. Yeah, it's rough, right? It's a rough time. It's hard. Like I normally don't suggest for people to kind of turn tail and run, because there's been a lot of issues on Twitch over the last like 2-3 years where every time something happens at Twitch, a bunch of people talk about how they're going to abandon Twitch and they're going to move on to YouTube because it's better there. But then the same thing happens on YouTube. A bunch of people complain about YouTube and say they're going to move to Twitch. Nobody's ever really happy because in the end, these are corporations. They don't really care about you. They care about the money that they can make off of you. So there's always going to be issues. But this one's pretty big. You know, like I get sponsorships, but I do them on TikTok. I don't really do them for streams, but I get offers for streams. But like I can just imagine if you get like a $5,000 sponsorship, right? Like it's a pretty decent sized sponsorship for a smaller creator. But then there's all these rules that now you can't do it. So nobody's going to want to pay $5,000 for a sponsorship for a stream if they can't actually advertise properly. And so like that cuts a lot of potential down for people, and that's pretty crappy. You know, and like I'm not expecting to do this full time, but it would be nice to make some money doing it. And if Twitch is really stepping in the way, it makes places like Kick a lot more attractive. And you know, Kick's already doing the 90% split. Like they're gonna give you 90% of whatever you get for subs or whatever. It's like all that really makes it look like Twitch is really dropping the ball. So I don't know. I mean, it's worth exploring, right? Especially if you're not really like fully invested in this. Like I could see if you were doing this full time and you didn't work and you invested a ton of money and effort, and then moving is kind of a big deal. But yeah, if you're right now, you're kind of on a hiatus because of work, no better time than now to try something else when you come back in, right? It's worth a shot, right? It's just a weird time. It's just a weird time to say the least. Anyways, folks, I am in the process of building a farm. We're playing Minecraft. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft because life has been stressful, my personal life. And so I've been doing stuff that just makes it way less stressful for me on stream. I normally play heavier games like we've been playing Elden Ring, we've been playing Dead Space, I've been playing Dead Island, and a little bit of, I can never remember what it's called, Saints Row. But those take concentration. For like Dead Island and Saints Row, you got to pay attention to the story to know what the hell you're doing. And for Elden Ring, it's just pay attention to the gameplay, and it can be really hard to do that. And a bunch of stuff happened in my private life, and so like I'm still not in the right mindset to pay attention to that stuff. So I've been doing Minecraft where I can kind of just shut my brain off and play, which is really nice. Although it's not the most enticing gameplay. It's just a nice creative outlet for me, and so it's been a hell month for me. You know, just I don't want to go into it too much because I've talked about it a lot on stream, but like my father passed away a couple weeks ago, and so like I'm under a lot of like mourning pressure. Like I'm in the middle of mourning, and so like I feel a lot of pressure from it. So I want to do something that's really casual and not have a lot of pressure. So that's why we're playing Minecraft, and I'm just building a farm. I already have a farm and everything set up in this world, but I've moved because it's closer to a blaze rod farm that I made, which allows me to like fix my tools and stuff, but it was too far to travel every time I needed to fix stuff. So I'm building a whole new base in this area, just for the fun of it. And then eventually we'll fight the Ender Dragon. We'll set goals to do stuff as time goes on. But for now, just kind of casually having fun. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly, Tiff. They're strong arming us into kind of staying with them. It's rough. It's really rough. Twitch is really... they lose money, right? They don't get it. And like I was talking to another creator, and one of the things that they brought up is the reason they are this way is the advertising. When you advertise on videos like on YouTube and stuff, it's a lot easier for them to curate where the ads are going, so they can make sure that the ads are going to fit with whatever is being put out there. It's safer for brands to put out their ads when they know that YouTube has a bunch of rules. But with live streaming, it's really hard to bet on ads because like you might be family friendly and super awesome and like a really chill person, but then you have one day where you're streaming and somebody comes onto your stream and starts saying a bunch of racist stuff on voice chat, and now all of a sudden, you know, you had a commercial for like, I don't know, Fisher Price, but then as soon as the commercial's over, it's somebody, you know, dropping the N-bomb 5 million times, and it's before you could do anything. They don't want to risk those things, right? And so there's too much variability with live streams, and so advertisers are really weary about it. But that's why we've had to go out and get the advertisers, but Twitch doesn't want us to do that. Like it's just such a mess. It's just such a mess. It's really frustrating. But it is what it is, you know. I am still working with my brother. Today's my day off, thank God. It's been a really heavy week work-wise. We've been doing a lot of stuff at work. But yeah, I'm still working with them. It's been cool. It's been really cool. And yeah, Tiff, it's been a rough month. It's been a really rough month. It was unexpected. You know, my dad was 59. He was really young. And then there was like an issue with life insurance, which was a whole headache on its own. I had to make a video in order to even get their attention, for them to pay attention to like fixing the error. Now they're fixing it, so we're waiting to see what they're going to say, if everything goes through all right. Then there was some issues with his funeral, so we had to cancel his funeral last minute, so nobody got to say goodbye except for my mom, my brother, and I, which was also disheartening because my dad... he had an inkling he was gonna die. For the last year, he's been talking about like he wasn't gonna be here for next Christmas, but he didn't have anything diagnosed. Like as far as we knew, there was nothing diagnosed, but he was just adamant about it. Obviously he was right. But he had made all these plans for his funeral, who he wanted to be there. And like at first when he was younger, his whole idea was, you know, if I die, cremate me, like straight from the hospital to the crematorium, cremate me and get it over with. But then as the years progressed, he changed his mind. And then in his will, he's like, you know, I want an open casket. I want my friends to see me. He made a list of people he wanted there, and we had to cancel all of it. So none of them got to say goodbye. So like it's been bad. It's been really bad. But thankfully, as of like a few days ago, everything that we needed to take care of has been taken care of. We're now doing like a celebration of life for him. We're going to perform with our band. We're going to do like a whole sentimental thing. Like I've got his bass, and we're going to put his bass next to his ashes on stage with us. So it's like he's on stage with us for the last time. And we're going to perform for him and do all the songs he used to do, and we're gonna sing them for him because he used to sing a variety of songs, so we're gonna sing his songs. But like that's really easy planning. That's nothing too stressful. Everything with the life insurance has been filed and done with. We're just waiting for them to answer back. And you know, he's been cremated now. Like everything's done. Now it's the mourning phase. But it's been hell. It's been hell. Like really frustrating. A lot of stuff went out, and like everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. So thankfully it's kind of over now. Now it's just that moment of like absorbing what's happened, because we've been go the whole time. Now it's hitting me. But it's life, you know. It's what happens, right? Yeah, Tiff, it'll work out. It'll work out. You know, your parents, they're gonna die eventually. That's just part of life. Let me switch scenes here so we can get started. That's just part of life, right? It's too bad that it happened in a way that we weren't expecting. Because I mean, he was 59. Like he was young. He should have been around for another at least 10 or 15 years. But he wasn't. And there's nothing we can do about it, right? I gotta mourn. I gotta like accept that I'm allowed to feel sad and stuff, and I do. I have my moments where I break down completely. I have my moments where, like last night, I went to go take a nap. I was really tired, and I laid down to take a nap right before work. I had about 2 hours before leaving for work, and I started to fall asleep. I fell asleep at the end of a video that I had on YouTube, and then the next video started with music, and the music was like rock music, and it was really shocking, so it woke me up. But it was just that kind of wake up where it's like, if I just sit here for a minute, I'll fall back asleep. And I woke up, and my dad popped into my mind, and I felt sad. But then that thought was followed with the, I'm never gonna see his face again. And then that instantly woke me right up. And then I just laid in bed for the next hour and a half. Like it really sucked. So it's like I have those moments, but overall I'm feeling okay. You know, I worked in healthcare. I've dealt with death a lot, so it's been something that I'm not accustomed to, but like I can accept that that's part of life. So I'm not like completely devastated, but I'm sad. But thankfully life is going forward. You know, that's why I'm doing this. Like I'm not in the mindset to stream. Like I'm really not in a place where I'm feeling creative or feeling energetic towards streaming. Even making a video, I posted a video on TikTok today with the whole thing that like I had to post it. Like I have a contract, I have to do it, but I postponed it as long as I could. I didn't have the will to do it, but I did it because I don't want to, you know, I don't want to burden the company, I guess is the best way to say it. They didn't bother me at all. I messaged them, let them know what happened, and they didn't, you know, they weren't like, well, make sure you get it done. They were like, you know, we're so sorry for what happened. But I have my responsibilities too, so I did it. So like I'm doing it more to like kind of jumpstart getting back into life, even though I'm not 100% in the right mindset yet for that. But I'm jumpstarting it just because if I don't, I'm just gonna sit and mope around all day, and I can't. I have to keep moving forward. You know what I mean? Anyways, we're gonna continue, and I've been working on this world for a while. I wish I could see how long I've been playing. I don't know enough about Minecraft to be able to look it up. But I am playing on the Bedrock edition. If you don't know anything about Minecraft, there's the Java edition, Bedrock edition. Bedrock was what used to be for phones. It was the phone/console edition. You did, Donald. I'm so sorry to hear that. It's rough. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're doing okay, because it doesn't matter if it was a year, a month, 10 years, it's still hard. It doesn't, that pain never goes away. You just kind of learn. Somebody said it's like a scar. The scar kind of heals over, but the scar is always there. But I hope you're doing okay too, because it really sucks. Thanks, Tiff. I appreciate that. Exactly. That's exactly it. You have to allow yourself to mourn, but you also can't dwell in mourning. because it's just as unhealthy to be, you know, absorbed in that mourning as it is to ignore it and not mourn at all, right? Like there's plenty of people that are like, no, don't cry, it's fine. No, allow yourself to cry. Just don't like dwell in that darkness, because then it puts you into a really unhealthy state, which is what I'm doing right now. This is why I'm here. This is fun for me. You're welcome, Donald. But yeah, so Bedrock was the version that they used for consoles, and it started on phones, and then they moved on to do it with consoles when Microsoft bought Mojang, and then when they released Minecraft on like the Windows Store and the Xbox Store or whatever, they released both Minecraft Java and Bedrock, mainly because Java is far more advanced, but it can be a lot more finicky with running well. The Bedrock edition is much more stable. It actually runs surprisingly well, but it's far more limited. Like all the assets you can add really, really powerful ray tracing style assets on Java, and you can make Minecraft look insanely good. Bedrock has a lot of those assets, but they're not as good. They're not as well formulated. But this also allows you to do the cross-platform, so you can play with people on Xbox, on iPad, on, you know, their cell phones. So I started playing on this because I bought Minecraft for Nora for her Switch. And so the only way I could play with her is by playing Bedrock. So I've kind of just stuck with Bedrock. I've done Java a little bit on my own. I did it in a VR with a VR mod, and the VR Java version is really good, but it's really janky. Like I was having a lot of frame dips happening, and I'm running a 3070. Like I'm not running a super weak card. It's not the strongest, but it's no slouch. But it would still drop frames, so it would make you feel really sick. But Java's VR like physically will respond to you actually mining, whereas the Bedrock VR version doesn't include that. The Bedrock VR version is just push a button, and you only have one hand that you can control. But that's why I play the Bedrock edition, and I like it. I think it's pretty cool. No worries, Tiff. Go enjoy your night. Go enjoy your night. If it's your night off, go just relax. Relax and enjoy your night. I appreciate you popping in, though, and spending a few minutes here. I miss you, friend. I miss you a lot. Okay, so what I am doing... Oh, I should probably open my Kick so I can see if there's chat. Hello, Smitty. Nice to see you. Morn, hello. Nice to see you. Like they say, everything's going to be all right. Exactly. Funny. Made me remember when I was in a very dark place. Nowadays, I couldn't even think like I did at all. Yeah, sorry if I hope you're still there. If you're here, this is my first stream on Kick. I've never used Kick. I'm using Restream to stream to YouTube and Kick, but Restream, I guess they just got support for Kick, but they don't have chat support for Kick. And I accidentally switched over to the YouTube page that I had for the music, and I forgot to switch back to Kick, so I didn't see your messages, but hello, welcome. Anybody who is watching, okay, perfect. Yeah, Ermorn, and so if I'm misunderstanding, I apologize. But from what I'm gathering, when you look back at how you felt back then, it's hard for you to remember, like it's hard for you to believe that you felt that way back then. That's almost a good thing that if that is what you meant, that's almost a good thing that you feel so good now that looking back at that, it's almost hard to believe. I can definitely relate to that. Not about mourning over somebody. It's just I've had a lot of struggles as a younger kid, older teenager, and I've been able to kind of balance that quite a bit. So it's really nice to kind of look back at those days and be like, I can't believe that back then I thought that I was okay, and the way that I feel now, I couldn't even imagine feeling the way that I feel now back then. It's crazy. Yeah, so Ermorn, I don't know if it's Morn or Ermorn. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names. So I'm streaming to 3 platforms. I'm live on TikTok, YouTube, and Kick. I normally do YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, but everything that's going on Twitch, I decided I would try Kick to see, or not Kick. I'm usually live on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. But because of everything going on with Twitch, I decided to try Kick just to see what I think. I find it really funny that visually it's very similar to Twitch. It's like the only one that I've ever streamed to that seemed so similar to Twitch. all the other ones try to be so different, and then it just makes it more complicated to learn what they need. This one's so similar. I was able to get started pretty easily. Error as an error. Okay. I was an edgy team. Oh, I know that feeling. Oh, I know that feeling. I've got a spam email that I use, and it was one that I came up with when I was an edgy teenager. Like it's an email I use for things that I know are gonna spam me. Like when you go to a store, like, what's your email? And I always use that one. And whenever I tell them, you know, it ends with 69. And there's always that look of like, really? I was 15 when I made it, man. Don't judge me too much. But now it's my spam email, so I don't really care how embarrassing it is. Okay, so I need to go hunt for a cow. Or 2 cows. But yeah, so anybody else that's on Kick, I have 3 viewers. So anybody that's on Kick that is watching, I'm Louis. This is Retro for the first time. I've been streaming for a while. I've been a streamer for a little bit over 6 years. Just barely a couple months, over 6 years. And I actually started on YouTube. That was the first platform I ever streamed on. And whatever, just wrecked the farm a bit. And did I get any wheat? Yes, I did. Okay. And so I was on YouTube for a while, and then some stuff happened in my personal life as far as like having to stop streaming for a bit. And when I came back, I moved over to Twitch, mainly because I was just looking for a different platform to kind of start from scratch to see if I could kind of up my game. And so I was on Twitch for about, oh God, I want to say 4 years now, 3 or 4 years. And last year I took a break. I was working a lot. I was commuting for work. And so I didn't have a lot of time for streaming, and I was burning myself out, and I was doing really well on TikTok. And so I kind of just decided to cut everything out and just stick to making videos on TikTok. And so I stopped streaming. And about probably 4 or 5 months ago now, I came back and started streaming again. But I haven't really been super dedicated. I've been streaming casually, you know, a couple of hours here and there, 3 times a week at most. I miss streams whenever I'm too tired or whatever. So I haven't really been super dedicated to streaming because life is still pretty busy. But in the summer, I'm going to be a lot less busy, so I'll have more time to create content. So that's kind of where the plan is right now. I'm doing this more to kind of build the momentum up to get into it again. But as far as my channel goes, I started as a YouTuber reviewing retro games, and I kind of moved away towards streaming only just to kind of save time. I would play and record hours of footage for my gameplay, and I figured I might as well stream while I'm doing it, and then I kind of just stuck with streaming more than making videos. And I stream a variety of stuff. I used to be a lot of Nintendo. I used to be a creator that did a lot of Nintendo. And, oh, I should probably pay attention to where I am. Okay, so 15 and 17. Let's hope I don't get lost. And I slowly veered away from that. Now I do a lot of variety stuff. I almost always have some kind of Soulsborne game. So like I have been playing Elden Ring. I'll do whatever. I usually do something scary, like horror based. I just haven't done it over the last few weeks, but I usually do something horror based. And then kind of just whatever I get interested in, and I play that. And just a lot of variety stuff, a lot of talking in my stream. I try to run my stream more based on just like hanging out and chatting, not so much on my like super crazy gaming skills, which I don't have, or being crazy. You know how there's some streamers that are all about like reactions and screaming, and I don't do any of that either. Mine's more of like if we're hanging out at my house on my couch and just like talking, pretty much. But that's pretty much who I am. What do I think I perform better on? It kind of depends. Now, are we talking, now are you asking, let me clarify. Are you asking like what game works better for me, or are you asking what platform I do well on, numbers wise? Ha, found a cow right at nighttime. Ooh, a baby cow too. Come with me. Uh-oh. Okay, come here, cows. Let's go. As in platform? Okay, so I do better on TikTok when it comes to like the content that I make. When I post a video on YouTube, my good videos maybe get like 5,000 views on YouTube. I've had like one video that's gotten over 10,000 views ever on YouTube. On TikTok, I've got various videos that have gotten over 1 million views. My really good videos get like 500,000, and then my average is like 5,000 views. So like I do better on TikTok than I do on YouTube. But TikTok is very algorithm based, so you can't really build a community with TikTok, which is kind of the frustrating part. You know, on YouTube, I would have the same people commenting, the same people watching me, the same people hanging out. On TikTok, there's a couple that will hang out, but it's almost always a new face. And there's no money to be made on TikTok at all, at least in Canada. So TikTok can be kind of frustrating. All right, Airmount. Have yours, Airmorn. I'm gonna have a really hard time with that. Have yourself a good night. Thank you for hanging out, asking a few questions, and chilling. I hope I see you again. But yeah, I do miss YouTube. I've never given up YouTube. I stopped YouTube for a while, but I've never fully given it up. Oh crap! Get out of here, dude. I'm not gonna be able to get to my. Get out of here. I'm not gonna be able to get to my base with these cows. I don't even know where my base is. Crap. I never fully gave up YouTube because I prefer YouTube. I like that YouTube has multiple avenues for you to kind of pursue. Like you can do long form videos, you can do TikTok style videos, you can also do you know, like a Twitter style for the community page. There's quite a bit you can do on YouTube, and YouTube with the streams, they're always there. So I can look at a stream, my very first stream, I can pull up my very first stream and watch it. On Twitch, can't do that at all. Crap. You know, my first streams on Twitch are gone, and that really sucks. Especially when they're so greedy with the money. You would think that they would, you know, allow you to see your streams from, you know, 5 years ago or whatever. Can't do that. But Twitch is the best financial place that I've had so far. Like on Twitch, it was not out of the ordinary for me to have, you know, a payout that was over $1,000. On YouTube, my biggest payout was like $112. And that only happened a handful of times. So each platform has their strength. Each platform definitely has their weaknesses. It kind of depends on what you're looking for and what you want to concentrate on, you know. Thanks, Luis. I'm not very active on YouTube right now. Like I post the same shorts that I post on TikTok on YouTube. I haven't done a lot of long form video lately. I don't have the time, but come summertime, I'm going to start doing it. I have a couple of ideas for what I want to do. I'm gonna experiment with a few different content creation styles for YouTube and see what sticks, see what happens. But yeah, my channel can be pretty chill. I definitely like to joke around a lot in my videos. Like I make a lot of comedy based stuff. I do sketch comedies. I'll do stuff that's intentionally cringy. Like I'll play a cringy character on purpose. Some people get really butthurt about it. They think that I think I'm being cool, but like I'm intentionally being cringe because that's kind of the joke. But yeah, my channel tends to be pretty chilled out and just a lot about hanging out and chatting, really. I prefer the whole chatting vibe. Okay, I definitely got lost. This really is going to be fun to find my place again. Oh well, what can you do? You just got to keep, what do they say? Keep on trucking. I only ever did it on stream once. I want to say twice, maybe twice I played it on stream. I really liked it, but I played it right when it got released. And so nobody watched it because it was, you know, spoiler territory and nobody wanted to see it. It's the biggest streamers will get people watching a new game release, but most of the time, unless it's kind of like a mid game, most of the time people won't want to watch a smaller streamer play a launch game because it kind of gives it away. So nobody really watched me. And so I played it a little bit on my own, and then I lost the disc. So I haven't played it since then. I lent it to my ex, and she played it a bit, and then I just never got it back. And she doesn't remember where it is. I don't remember where it is. It's just gone. I'm sure I'm gonna find it eventually, but I haven't gone back to look at it. I think it's a pretty good game though. I want to go back and play it because I think it looks really cool. I've been tempted to buy it a few times on PC for the fact that I want to play it, but I know I have it somewhere, so I can't bring myself to spend the money. All right, where the hell is my base? I am so disoriented right now. Shouldn't have walked into the jungle. Especially at nighttime. Ouch. Wait, is that... No. No, I thought that was my house, but it's not. I know I'm by the water and there's a lot of sand where I was, but I don't know where. Yeah, see, and I played up until they... once they leave the mountain and they go into town, I did a few missions after that. You know, I did quite a few missions. Not enough to say that I, like, really got deep into the game. For sure, I wasn't deep into the game. I'm sure that I was still in, like, the early game territory, like, past tutorial, but still early game. Like, I remember doing the mission where he sees his love and she goes off on a train or something. I can barely remember. It's been a while now. I was having fun. Like I said, I started it on stream and then I played it a bit on my own. And the thing with me is I have ADHD. I get really, really distracted, as you can probably tell. But when it comes with games, if I start playing something new, I kind of get addicted to it. And then I forget to go back to the game I was playing before. And by the time I go back to the game I was playing before, I don't remember what I was doing. So it usually ends with me being completely confused and then I just stop playing it. And then I just never go back. It's kind of what's... I'm in the process of that right now, actually. I have probably put in about 30 hours into Divinity Original Sin 2. It's like a top-down RPG. And I've been playing that for hours and hours on end for the last month. And I got to a point where I'm slightly underpowered and I need to defeat some guys that are like, they're only one level above me, but those games are very strategic. They're very difficult. And so it's very easy to die. And so I'm at a point now where I'm just underpowered enough that they put me through like a half an hour battle just to kill me in the end. And it's really frustrating. And so I took a break and I've started playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. The old one, because I grew up with that game. I was around when that game was released. And so I've been playing that, and now I haven't been playing Divinity at all. So I have to like force myself to play Divinity because I'm so distracted by Roller Coaster Tycoon. And I'm afraid that I'll never go back, and I don't have the patience to play another 20 hours to get back to where I was if I restart the game. You know what I mean? I actually prefer story-based games. A few of my older viewers came by and they pointed out that they're shocked that I'm even playing Minecraft because I was dead set against Minecraft. Back when Minecraft... When was it? Was it during the time that it started to blow up for the second time? It might have been when it was starting to blow up for the second time, I think. I used to stream a lot of Nintendo stuff, so I had a lot of younger viewers, you know, like I think my average viewer age was like 14. And so I had younger viewers that were like as young as 12 hanging out at the stream. I was very, very family friendly back then. I'm still, I wouldn't say family friendly, but like PG-13. I swear once in a while, but not excessively. And they used to bug me all the time to play Minecraft. And I was 100% against it. I was like, no, I think Minecraft's boring. I don't want to play a game where I just wander around doing nothing all day long. Like I want a game that tells me what to do. I only started playing it because of my daughter. And then I fell completely in love with Minecraft. And now I'm like completely obsessed with it. But normally I play story-based games. I like the stories in video games. That's what gets me, that's what like propels me forward to keep going. Holy crap, I don't recognize any of this. I genuinely think I lost my base. The worst part is I built my first base away from 0, so I can't even like traverse 15,000 blocks to find my original base. Crap. Well, I do have a bed, so like I could try killing myself if I really can't. Like I could cut a tree down, make a chest, put my stuff in it, and kill myself. That's always an option, I guess. I don't want to do that though. This is the problem when you don't have a good memory or sense of direction. I get lost so easily, and in Minecraft, it's so much worse. Okay. What is Kick? It's like Twitch. It's another platform. I'm doing a bit of a test run right now. I'm still kind of weary about Kick. But it's exactly like Twitch. It's just another platform for streamers and stuff, as far as like what it does. But there's very, very different rules on Kick versus Twitch. Kick gives the creators a lot more money than Twitch does. Kick is also a lot less moderated than Twitch, which, depending on like the kind of person you are, that might be a good thing or it might be a bad thing. I personally lean more towards it's a bad thing. I'm Canadian. You know, hate speech here is not allowed. So I lean more towards it's not a good thing to be completely unmoderated. But Twitch just released a bunch of new rules that they're going to implement, and they're kind of stealing money from creators more so than they ever have before. And I don't make a lot of money from streaming. So for me, it's not really affecting me at this moment, but it's going to affect me down the line. And so I'm testing Kick to see what I think. And if I feel okay on Kick, then I'll stick to Kick. If I don't, then I'll go back to Twitch. I mean, I'm not really invested in any of the places right now. You know what I mean? Although I already have 2 followers on Kick, which is cool. I don't have any alerts for Kick, though. I didn't even think about that. Hold on. Hold on. I should probably check that. Do they have? I don't think they have the ability here. Crap, I don't know my password. I'll have to go without alerts. I'll just have to keep paying attention as much as I can. It depends on what I'm doing, Luis. It depends on what I'm doing. I'll watch Let's Plays if I am playing the game and I get stuck and I kind of want to learn. So like for Minecraft, I watch a lot of Let's Play videos. You know, like I'm a big fan of like Wadzi, Mumbo Jumbo, Grian. Those are like the big 3 ones that I watch. And they do a lot of like Let's Plays or tutorial style videos, and I really enjoy those. But Minecraft is one of the rare ones where I watch stuff like that. Most of the time, I'll watch either tutorial videos in general, or review videos, or like history videos of like the history of this game or the history of this franchise. Because I prefer content like that. I don't really enjoy watching other people play video games. And a lot of Let's Plays are either completely silent, and so it's just plain gameplay, and that to me is not very entertaining because I have to actually watch it. I can't just listen. Or they're like cartoony, like I don't know if you know AFMAO at all. My daughter loves AFMAO. I'm not a fan. I don't have anything against her. It's just, it's a lot of screaming, it's a lot of yelling, it's a lot of like really silly stuff. Obviously it's made for kids. It's for kids. I'm not trying to bash AFMAO in any way. It's just not made for me. And so like I don't really enjoy watching Let's Plays because it's one or the other. It's not really ever a mix. That's what I like about Wadzi and Mumbo Jumbo, is they'll goof around, but a lot of it is like they're explaining what they're doing and they're building cool stuff and they're showing you how they do it. So I like that. Which is kind of why I've always done more like educational style videos. Like if you've been following me on TikTok for any time, you've probably seen my videos where I talk about like the history of video games, or like a fun fact about video games, or like something silly about video games. And that's kind of why I do it that way, because I like that kind of content. Although I'm planning to like start a Let's Play series that's going to be more comedy based. I haven't fully fleshed it out yet, but that's kind of something that I have on the drawing board to see if it'll work for me or not. Lazy Wombat, hello, how you doing? Welcome. From the DK Oldies video. Oh man, that video got me a lot of hate. That video got me so much hate. It was not necessarily worth it, but whatever. Yeah, I do stuff like that. Like I'll cover random news stuff that happens. You know, if something crazy is happening in the news, I'll talk about it. Like I just released one about the Apple Vision. Or like if I find out something funny about a video game, I'll talk about it, or you know, I'll do reviews of video games too. I just haven't done them a lot recently because I haven't had the time. But like I'll do reviews. I'm planning to do reviews again, like get back into those. So I do a variety of stuff. Why would I get hate from it? Because there's a lot of people that really like DK Oldies. They don't even like spend an ounce of energy looking into why people are upset with DK oldies, and they just think people are upset because they're hurt, like their butt hurt. I just got a comment right before I started streaming of somebody being like, if you spent the extra money, if you paid 3 times the price of a video game, that's on you, good sir. It's like, I'm not complaining I spent 3 times the money on a game with DK oldies. I've never bought a thing from DK oldies. I don't care about DK oldies. Like, they don't affect me in any way. I'm not a hater and I'm not a lover. I think it's a scummy practice what they're doing, but I don't actually care about them at all. Or I'll get people that like will literally attack me and be like, oh, you're such a hater, you're a scumbag, and you stop hating on them because you're hurting their business. I'm like, I'm not the one suing them though. I'm not the one doing anything. I'm literally reporting on what somebody else is doing. Like, if let's say we're standing at like a movie theater, we're in line to buy tickets, and somebody runs by and farts when they run by, and then I turn to you and I go, oh my god, so this guy, did you see that guy that just walked by? He farted. It's like if you turned around to me and be like, wow, I can't believe that you're farting in front of me. It's like, I'm not the one farting. I'm just telling you that guy did. I have nothing to do with it. I'm just reporting it. And that's all I'm doing. But people got really upset about it. And I'm not saying this is what's happening. But it was almost always a blank account that was following less than 15 people and had 0 followers. A very unnatural type of account for people who would be spamming comments. You know what I mean? And like, if you're following like less than 20 people on TikTok, you're either brand new on TikTok, or you might be a fake account that potentially could work for the company that is being reported on, and you are sending hate comments to shut up the people that are judging the company you work for. I'm not saying that that's what they're doing, but that's kind of what it looks like. Yeah, the burner accounts, exactly. And it's always really adamant defenders of DK oldies. And like, they all say the same thing. It's just a mom and pop shop. They're like a family. They treat their employees well. And I never talked about their employees. I never said anything about their employees. You know, it's always the same complaint. So it just seems very much like it's the same commenters over and over again. And like, it's like they work there. I had one guy in particular who kept calling himself a Canadian legend. And like, he started commenting on all my videos. Like, he would just go to all my random videos and just start commenting about how like he's family with DK oldies and they're the best company and I'm a scumbag. And it's like, dude, what's your problem? I made one video that was 30 seconds long. I didn't, you're going to all my videos and spamming like crazy. Like, it was nuts. It was nuts. Hey Merle, how's it going? Yeah, I'm doing a night stream mainly because I didn't stream yesterday because I was so tired. So I thought I would stream today, but I had to help my brother with his hair, and I did dishes. I've been doing laundry and stuff. So I've been really busy all day. So I thought, you know, around this time would be a good time to stream before bed. Stream for a couple of hours. I'm also trying out Kick, which I'm kind of iffy about. You know, I'm sure you saw the video where I'm not a big fan of Kick. But with everything happening with Twitch, I decided I would try it just to see what I felt on Kick. And for a little while I had 3 viewers. It just went down to 0 or 1 right now. But for a very first stream with 0 notice or 0 presence, I'm surprised. So like, I'm surprised. Like, it obviously shows that there's a little bit more discoverability on Kick. But right now I'm not running a risk, right? It's not like my channel's super popular and I'm like abandoning everybody. That's what I was talking about earlier. I'm at least I'm not like, you know, averaging 30 viewers and by me, there it is, I found my house. I'm not averaging 30 viewers and by me going to Kick, I'm abandoning everybody. No big deal, right? You just got off work. How was work? Exactly, Gatsby. And that's basically like, this is the hardest part about social media, Gatsby. The interactions help. And so getting the trolls, getting this guy harassing me was a good thing because it was boosting my video, right? But eventually it gets annoying because sometimes I'm going to go to sleep because I don't want to get killed by these guys. But eventually it gets annoying because like your alerts just get completely filled with one jerk just constantly commenting stupid crap. And it just becomes annoying to see the little notification fill up over and over again, and it's nobody. And what makes it hard is that it fills up and it might be like they spammed 50 comments. And from the 50 comments, no, don't break my door, you jerk. Get out of here. From the 50 comments, there might have been 1 or 2 comments from like actual people who enjoy my content, and now I've missed their comments, so I can't interact with them because this jerk wouldn't shut up. That's the part that really sucks. Is like you feel split, you feel torn. You don't want to interact because they're jerks, but you also want to interact to egg them on to get more views. But it's annoying. KT, hello, nice to see you. I'm doing well. Yeah, we're I've been playing Minecraft for a while privately, and I've decided to take some time and play it on stream, and I'm really enjoying it. It's becoming really fun. It's becoming really fun. Slime, hello. What's the challenge? What's the challenge? Depends on what the challenge is. Depends. Like if it's like doing jumping jacks, I'm fat and out of shape. There's no way I'd be able to do it. I'd be so out of shape. Luis, I tried streaming when I was younger, but the views went down, so you gave up. How old are you, Luis, if you don't ask me, if you don't mind me asking? Work was okay. I was supposed to be let go first tonight, but your boss forgot. Oh my god. Oh, I hate that. I hate that, Merle. Oh, that would frustrate me. That would frustrate me so much. It's so hard to like say no to your bosses sometimes, but like, oh, it could just like wreck your whole night. Glad you're home though. Pick a number from 1 to 5, 3. Let's go with 3. You're 17, but in August you're going to be 18. Yeah, it's, so you're young. You could always go back to it if you want to, but yeah, streaming is it's not for everybody. It's really not for everybody. It's exhausting, like mentally. It can really drain you because when you watch streams, depending on who you're watching, you can end up almost misunderstanding what viewership is really like when you're a streamer. You know, like if you watch, let's say you watch big streamers, right? Big as in like over 50 viewers on average. You almost come to expect that all streamers will get to that point and that, you know, it's relatively easy. It's hard to kind of understand that like a lot of streamers are going to stream to like 1 or 2 people at all times. And that can be really, like, it can really beat up your ego, especially when you feel like you're putting in a lot of work and people just aren't interested. It's also easy to think that getting views is based on your own opinion. Like if you think you're doing a good job, it's almost like you're not willing to understand that just because you think it's fun, it doesn't mean everybody else thinks it's fun. And so like it can be hard to kind of balance out what to do and what you want to do. So it's not for everybody for sure. It also feels really disheartening when you start streaming and you've been streaming for a few months and nobody's watching you, and sometimes it can take a really long time before viewers start to come around. So it's rough. Oh my god, Merle, are you crazy? Are you going to be able to handle so much pressure? That's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of stuff to go through. Honestly, Twitch feels like they're trying to push people away. Yeah, Gatsby, and I was just talking about this at the beginning of the stream. I feel like it's one of these possibilities. One, that they know that most streamers won't move, because people in general, it's not just the Twitch community, all people in general, when they pick one platform, they really don't want to change platforms. I made a video talking about how YouTube is causing some issues by putting ads that you can't skip on videos that are like up to 10 minutes long. And so like they're really making it hard for people to enjoy YouTube when they're almost forcing you to pay for premium. And I had a bunch of comments that are like, guys, YouTube's dead. It's all about TikTok. And it's like, no, YouTube's not dead at all. YouTube is actually where most people make all their money. Nobody makes money on TikTok. And TikTok's kind of the way to open the door to YouTube. But because people watch TikTok, they don't even think about YouTube as a potential platform. So with streaming, it's kind of the same thing. A lot of streamers who are on Twitch think that every other platform is garbage and that Twitch is the only place. Twitch definitely has some strengths. You know, money, I made 10 times more money on Twitch than I ever made on YouTube. And I had better viewership on YouTube than I ever had on Twitch. So they've all got their benefits and downsides. But it feels like Twitch almost feels like there's no other option except for Twitch if you really want to make it as a streamer. So they can just do whatever they want and you'll have to just deal with it. And because a lot of the community will just deal with it, they'll cry about everything that's going on, but they won't actually change platforms or do anything about it. So Twitch just continues on their way. So it feels like it could be that. It could also be that they're intentionally sabotaging Twitch because Twitch loses money for Amazon every month. And so it feels almost like they're sabotaging Twitch on purpose in order to be able to shut it down without looking like the bad guys. And lastly, it could just be that they're so out of touch because they fired so many people that the people are in charge now don't really know what they're doing. And they're trying to figure out how to make more money. And they think that wetting their beaks in our hard work is the best way to do it without looking at the consequences of what that might cause. You know what I mean? It's frustrating. I streamed when Fortnite was really popular. Yeah, school gets in the way. I mean, it's one thing it's kind of hard to talk about as a content creator when it comes to age, because like you're young, right? You have responsibilities, you have things to do, and streaming will always be there. Like you can always go back when you have time, right? But there is almost a belief, and it's not just a belief, you see it. Younger content creators are the ones that tend to be the most successful. You know, like I'm in my late 30s, mid 30s, late 30s. A lot of content creators are a lot younger than me. And so like the really young content creators don't want to watch me because they see me as like an old guy that's out of touch. The older content creators or the older viewers aren't really going to watch me because I'm playing video games. Like they see me as like this immature kid. So it's like a weird tear, but like when you're older, you have less responsibilities for your time. Like you can kind of split your time the way you want. Whereas when you're younger and you're in school, you're kind of stuck with whatever schedule you're given. But like if you really enjoyed it, there's always a chance to go back. The Fortnite hype was a very strange time in streaming. Because it was like right around when the pandemic was going to come through. It was before the pandemic, but it was right around that same time. The game was unprecedented in how popular it got and how quickly it got that popular. So like growth was a much bigger possibility back then. At the same time, it happened once, it could happen again. It's not completely impossible that it'll ever happen again. It's just, it may never be as easy to blow up as it was at that time. That time was insane. That time was crazy. You need to learn how to edit. I don't play Fortnite no more. Yeah, and I'm not saying like that Fortnite is dead. I'm talking about like that was a game that blew people up, and so like it's not necessarily gonna happen again where you can find a game that's gonna blow you up. There's always trendy games that come in and blow everybody up, and then the trendy game disappears and then nobody's playing it. Like right now, Diablo is the big one, right? But Fortnite was something that was so out of this world with how many people it blew up into stardom, not just like, oh, from, 5 average viewers to 25. Like there were people that were going from 5 average viewers to 75 in the span of a week because of Fortnite. It was a really, really interesting time in gaming and in streaming in particular. Can these guys swim? I don't know. But yeah, learning to edit is actually not that hard. A lot of it is like trial and error, really. You can really learn a lot on YouTube. Like everything that I learned about editing, I learned on YouTube. I learned by trying it, just testing different stuff. The hardest part about making videos on YouTube is just because YouTube has gone more mainstream, because you have guys like Jimmy Kimmel and stuff on there, there's been a really big jump in quality. Back in the day, YouTube was like TikTok, where like a crappy camera in your bedroom with no lighting and a crappy microphone could still make you famous. But now it's like the entry is having professional lighting with a decent mirrorless camera for people to even pay attention to your channel in a potentially, you know, business mind, like with the potential of actually doing something with it. So YouTube's bar is very high. It doesn't mean that it has to be. You don't have to have those things to start off. It's just, it can be very intimidating on YouTube. But if you enjoy it, the passion will drive your content to be better. And that's something that nobody can take away. It doesn't matter how fancy everybody else's content is. If you're passionate about it, you can make your content look good without having to have all that good equipment. Yeah, old Smosh, stuff like that. Or even like if you go back and watch like the AVGN. If you watch the AVGN now, which I know a lot of younger people don't really connect with him anymore. But if you go back and watch the AVGN, if you look at his old videos, they were garbage quality. And at the time they were top of the line. If you look at him now, he's got a really fancy camera, but he still has that garbage quality to the videos where like the editing is really bad. The sound effects are bad. The special effects are bad. And if he wasn't who he is, his videos would not go anywhere because they just don't stand up to the test of time, whereas they used to. YouTube's come a long way. YouTube's really come a long way. It's crazy, and it makes it intimidating for a lot of newer people. But it's not something that needs to be intimidating. You just have to kind of be willing to accept that your content's not going to be as good as the guy next to you, and that's okay. You learn and you get there eventually. Keep moving, come on. Come on, cows, let's go. It's the same story with streaming, right? You go back to what streamers looked like even 5 years ago and what streamers look like now. This 5 years ago was only like those like 1,000+ viewer count streamers had quality like this. And now you got somebody who literally started streaming last week with better quality than what I've got. The bar has been put through the roof over the last couple of years. Oh my god, come on. There's like no cows anywhere. I'm gonna have to build a bridge next time. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Okay, come on. Let's go. Yeah, Minecraft is it's such a cool story because like it was all community driven from the start, right? Like it all started by the community putting in the work of like trying out his betas and doing a bunch of stuff and like in helping him innovate everything. And there's a huge community of kids that played this when they were young and they're now adults. And a lot of them, they outgrew it, you know, because once you turn about like 12, 13 years old, you start to change what you're into. And then you get into that phase where you're a cool teenager and kid stuff is embarrassing. And so, you know, you move away from it and you stop playing it. But the game stuck around, right? And then you get into like 18, 19 years old, 20 years old, and you start to realize that it's like, yeah, it was embarrassing while I was like 15 or 16. And what's embarrassing is that I was embarrassed about enjoying something. And so you kind of go back to it and the nostalgia kind of drives you to play the game. And then all of a sudden it's a totally different game. And like I jumped into Minecraft over the last year. I've only been playing Minecraft for about a year and a half, maybe, yeah, a year and a half. So I wasn't here for like the OG Minecraft. And so it's a very interesting perspective that I hear from people who were here at the beginning and played it when it was old school and all the new stuff that's around. And that's kind of what's helped drive this new resurgence of Minecraft streamers and video makers because they, the nostalgia is there for the people who were kids when it first started. Okay, can I just like... I knew it. Get out of here. Get Get out of here. Okay, come here, cows. Come here, fall in the hole. I'll save you after. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that, damn it. Okay, come here, cows. Fall in the hole. Fall in the hole. Thank you. Fall in the hole. I'll fix you after. Get out of here. This is why I want you in the hole. Oh, God. Come here. Go in the hole, dude. Get in the hole. There we go. Okay, let's go to bed. Let's go to bed. You played on your Xbox 360? Yeah, I never got into Minecraft ever. I was dead set against it on the channel. Hey Preston, how's it going, man? How are you? How's your day been? So I was never into Minecraft. I was like dead set against it. I had a lot of viewers that used to ask me to play it, and I was just like, no, I want something that gives me a goal and whatever. Plus like the graphics, and I was like, no, I'm not interested in it. But it's one of those games. We talked about this on my last stream. I was talking about it with viewers. It's one of those games that it's really, really basic. Like there's nothing super complicated about this game, but in its basic gameplay, there's a lot of complex things you can do, and it makes it a very interesting. It just makes it an interesting game overall. And it can really hold your mind for a very, very long time, despite its childish looks. There are things I wish they would add. I know that there's going to be a whole, did they already release it? There was going to be a whole update that's coming, right? A really big update with like camels and stuff. Anyways, there are things that I wish they would add. Like I wish that you could like put armor on a dog, so you can have your dog with you and then they can help you battle. Or I wish they would like add like mini boss style things. You know, kind of like the raider guys that you can have, but like add something else. There's been multiple things that I'm like, I wish they would just add this so we could do it. But they don't, and that kind of sucks. But it's nice to know that this game is just so supported, and it has been supported for so long. And it still holds interest. And so like kids were ahead of the curve on this game. Like they really, really were, because there is a lot here. It's just the childish graphics almost do it a disservice for everybody else that's not a kid. I got your text, Preston. I just didn't read it. Let's see. That's a solid video. Yeah, I worked on it over the last little while. I'm proud of that video. I think it's a pretty good video. I hope they like it. We'll see what they say. But yeah, Minecraft is, it was a surprisingly good game. It's actually what's responsible for me having gotten into the survival genre. Like I said, I didn't say it this time, but I've said it in the past. I'm not big on games that are like open world, and I'm really not big on survival games because you basically spend your whole time just trying to stay alive. And I'm not a big fan of that. But thanks to Minecraft, it eased me into that, and now I've been playing. I played Green Hell, and I beat Green Hell, and that's one of the harder survival games that's done well. There are really hard survival games that are hard partially because they're janky, but like Green Hell's done really well, and I obsessed with that game. Obsessed with that game. Yeah, I played a bit of The Forest. I never beat it. I got kind of lost. I think I spent like 10 hours building my base. I've been playing it in VR. I spent like 10 hours building my base and doing a bunch of cool stuff, and then I didn't know what to do with the story, so I kind of just stopped playing. I'm kind of leaning towards using that as my let's play game that I'm going to use for when I start getting to do long form content. I'm still working out the plan, but I'm kind of leaning towards that because like I was looking at Minecraft, but there's a lot of Minecraft creators, and it's a lot of tailored to kids style content, and I don't want to make specifically kids tailored content, but I don't want to make it adult either. So I thought maybe The Forest might give me a little bit of the same freedom as Minecraft, but allow me to be a little bit different than a Minecraft creator and see what happens. Yeah, it's hard to figure out what to do in The Forest. Forest is great though. Forest is a really, really good game. Okay, so I've got a cow farm. I just got to spend some time feeding these guys so I can have more of them. I want to get like 10 to put in here. So if I've got that, what else do I really want farm-wise? I guess I want a sugarcane farm. I do want one of these, a cactus farm. I just can't remember how to build a semi-automatic cactus farm. But let's get some sugarcane. We'll do a sugarcane farm. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool survival games. Green Hell is like, I mean, the forest is like Green Hell on easy mode. You know, you're surviving in a jungle. I don't know if you've ever played Green Hell, but Green Hell is incredibly intense because there are things like you have to eat, like in most survival games. But in Green Hell, you don't just eat food. You have to like worry about carbs and worry about fats and protein. And like if you sleep on the ground, you'll wake up with worms. And if you sleep without having a roof over you, you'll wake up with a fever. Like there's a bunch of stuff you have to be concerned about at all times. And so it gets really intense. If you're dirty and you eat, you'll give yourself food poisoning. If you've got a wound and you're dirty, you'll get it infected. Like it gets really, really intense. Plus it's like the forest with like random villagers that'll come and attack you while you're in the middle of the night. Like it's tough, but it's really fun. Once you get the groove of it, it's really fun. I haven't played The Quarry. No, I haven't. I haven't even heard of that actually. Oh man. It's not even a creative joke. It's not even funny. It's not even creative. It's literally word for word the same joke that every other 12-year-old makes. Kind of pathetic. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool games I want to try. Subnautica was one that I was really obsessed with. I put a lot of hours into Subnautica. I want more survival games in VR because VR honestly brings a whole new level to the survival genre. And it becomes so much more immersive trying to survive while you're in VR. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. Even playing this in VR is out of this world. It can be so intense to like walk around and then all of a sudden you turn around and there's just like this creeper in front of you and it's the same size as you. It can be so intimidating. Do I have any more meat? I have 3. Maybe I can make another baby. Give me another baby. Aw, dang it. Oh, okay, good. It would be more believable that you weren't the same pathetic troll with multiple accounts because that's how pathetic you are, that you have multiple accounts. If it didn't take you like 4 minutes to switch accounts just to go back to find my video just so you could go into the chat to say ha ha ha, I was so funny. It's kind of embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. Oh. Okay, see what the way I read it was you tagging them, be like, that was good, bro. That was good. I get it now. Okay. My apologies. I apologize. Okay. Because there was a guy that did that recently that had multiple accounts and then they were trying to like pat themselves in the back for their hilarious joke. Oh, I already had one. Dang it. For their hilarious joke that was not hilarious at all. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's hard to read sarcasm when there's no inflection. There's no emphasis on anything. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's empty my inventory. Oh man, so much to do, so much to do. can see the chat. Yeah, gotta make sure. Okay, so we don't need these things. I'm trying to think. Okay, I'm gonna do a wheat farm. I guess I should make a bucket just in case to do the water. Or not a wheat farm, this thing, a sugarcane farm. I'll keep the food, don't need that. I'm not going to do another villager one, that takes forever. I already have one, I'm not going to make another one. Let's keep this out just in case. I'll keep some blocks out just in case I don't need glass for now. Thanks, Sam, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Hope you have yourself a good night. Thanks for popping in, though. Okay, so we got a couple of cows here. We got, yeah, so we got 5. I guess I'll just keep building this way, the way that I've been building so far. So what we'll do for the sugarcane farm, I'm just trying to think. I guess if I... Oh, damn it, it's nighttime. Okay, let's go to sleep. We'll do it in the morning. I guess I'll make 1 strip of water with 1 bucket of water, and then I'll put the sugarcane around it. And that should give us 4 on each side, and I think it's 7 down. So that would give us quite a bit of sugarcane for the time being. I don't need an insane amount, but I would just like to have access to it. Okay. Give me a bucket. And let's go to sleep. They're trying to use a derogatory term instead of actually saying the N-word, and they think it's hilarious. But like the joke, like the joke itself as a joke is not even witty in any way. You know what I mean? Like, racist jokes are stupid to begin with, but like it's not even like a witty racist joke where you could like at least see that there's like a punchline and there's like, you know, there's the structure of a joke around it. It's just like the dumbest thing. That was like the ligma thing, right? When that was going around and every 12-year-old was making that joke over and over again. Like there's some structure there to the joke, but it's not exactly the funniest joke in the world. The way they were telling it when they would come into the chat, you know, like there have been jokes that use that and they can be freaking hilarious. But like they would just come in here and they would say it. It was just like the structure wasn't good of the joke. You could try a little bit harder for a better structure for the joke. You know what I mean? No worries, man. No worries. I have a feeling my YouTube chat froze. No, it didn't. Okay. I thought my YouTube chat froze, but it doesn't look like it. Okay, good. We're good. We're good. Dakota, how you doing? Yeah. Like it's not... It's just not even... It's not even creative, right? Like it's literally word for word what the same 12-year-olds are saying in every single stream that they find. So it's kind of it's just become stupid now. It's kind of, when I was a kid, this was the one that was really popular among 12-year-old dumbasses. I was one of them, so I can say that freely. Was the whole guess what chicken butt, and we would laugh, and like that's the level of joke that these people are telling. Like it's just not even that good. You know what I mean? Like it's just embarrassingly bad. Okay, so back to what I was doing. Should I do 2 layers? Maybe I should do 2 layers. Maybe I should do 2 layers. Okay, let's leave 1 space. Oh, actually. I'm trying to think. What should I do? SpongeBob, hello? You ate SpongeBob? Was it one of those really weird ones where the eyeballs are all weird? And the colors don't match? I've heard the news about Ligma. No, tell me. Please tell me nothing's happened to Ligma. I don't think I could handle it if something ever happened to Ligma. You know, won't pick yourself. Better go to work. Oh, man. No way, man. Don't you know that the longer you leave the treasure there, the more valuable it gets? Oh no, tragic accident. Way to like ruin my night. 5, 6, 7, I guess. I guess I could just do that, right? And then we'll do dirt here. Like that, and then the water goes there. Oh wait, I could do okay, hold on. I'm distracted, so I'm not thinking logically about this farm. Give me a second here to figure this out. Everybody comes over. I've got a schedule and everything. You got to book an appointment weeks in advance to come and root around in there. Get yourself a piece of treasure. Oh, man. Yeah, Lucas, that's what I'm going to be doing. It's just first I screwed up because I was putting the water near the edge here, and I'm not going to put it near the edge. I want it to be in the middle and have the sugarcane on both sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I want the water here. And then if I put the water on this level, then we're going to want the dirt up here. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Should I leave space? Should I leave a space in between them? Yeah, let's leave a space. So 4, then the water, then 1. Get out of here. 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is going to mess with the thing, isn't it? Let's get rid of that. Okay. I also have to get rid of... Oh, did I get rid of it? No, I didn't. I think that's going to mess with my farm. That's messing with my farm, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The water's going to be here. It goes. I think it goes to 7. I don't know. Let's find out in a second. Okay. And then if I dump some water here... I'm just building a farm, Dakota. Like that's all I'm really yeah, Dakota. That's all I'm really doing. I've been playing this world for a while. Like I've got this portal that's right by Blaze Farm that I made. But the Blaze Farm was like 2,000 blocks away in the Nether from my main base, and like I'm at 15,000 blocks. So it was a pain in the ass every time I would wreck my stuff, and I'd have to travel forever just to be able to fix my tools, or if I wanted to like enchant anything, it was a nightmare to do it. And I built a regular mob spawner, but the mob spawner wasn't super efficient. It's Bedrock. They're not super efficient like they are on Java. And so I just got really frustrated having to travel back and forth. So I decided I would start building a base here. So I was doing a little bit on my own, just building this base to keep myself distracted with everything that happened. And kind of time was going by, and I knew that I needed to kind of get back to streaming and making content and stuff, but I'm not really in the mindset to build or to do my regular streams where I have to concentrate on my gameplay. And so I thought the best kind of in between was to just kind of like play Minecraft, because it distracts me. I'm able to create content, but I don't have the pressure of having to make high-end content or do like really intensive streams. And so since I was building the base, and the base was just kind of, I was just doing it to kind of waste time. I wasn't really doing it because I needed it. But since I'm doing it on stream, I was like, you know what? I'll build my base and I'll do everything again. I'll do farms and everything. It gives me something to do to keep me busy. It gives everybody else something to kind of watch. And it gives me content for a while, because once I finish the farm, then I can go and fight the Ender Dragon, and like I have a bunch of stuff I can do. So that's kind of why I'm doing it this way. But it's not exactly necessary. It's not like I'm super in need of any of this. I've already got a farm back home. I've got like this farm and the automatic cow farm, and I've got a sugarcane farm. I've got a bunch of stuff in my regular place. I've even got a villager shop where like I did a whole bunch of villagers so I could get armor and books and everything. I'm not going to do that here. That took me like 15 hours to get the villagers to even sell me the books that I wanted. But I'm going to build everything else here just to kind of spend time. You know what I mean? Yeah, user. I don't even know what I'm going to do. I'm never going to hear Ligma again. Never, ever. Okay, so we've got the body of water. Did I bring my hoe? No, I think I left it in the other place. That's okay. I can just waste my stolen ones. I don't really care. Oh my god, it looked like that. That's so horrible. I can't believe it. Now who am I gonna call my Ligma? Okay. But yeah, that's kind of the whole plan right now. Depending on how well these streams perform over time, like right now they're not doing anything impressive, but I'm also not streaming super, you know, consistently. But depending on how they perform, my idea is to like start setting up goals for my streams. You know, like we'll do something like I'm gonna go and explore like I'm gonna look for a forest, one of those forest mansions or whatever, or we'll go and explore like one of the water temples or whatever they're called. Like we'll set goals like that, or like I'm gonna go and I want to plant like 1,000 melons or something stupid like that. Like I'll kind of set goals like that over time. If this does well, if it doesn't do well, I'm okay with doing this on my own time and not doing it on stream. Just kind of depends on what happens. Right now, things are really up in the air. Yeah, there's like a randomized tick speed for the sugarcane, if I recall. And so like it can be really weird to get your sugarcane to grow. It doesn't always grow how you expect it to. But there are definitely some glitches that happened as you upgrade the game. There's been stuff that I've had that worked really well, and then all of a sudden it just stopped working. My world that I had with Nora's my daughter, the world that I had with her, I spent a whole night building a mob spawner. One of those like really generic ones, you know, you build up like 120 blocks in the air and like you have like the 4 platforms with the water leading to the middle. I built one of those. I did all the work and no mobs would spawn. Nothing was spawning. And I built it over water and same thing. Because originally I built it just like on top of our, like we had our base and I just built it way up above our base. Like I built it at the top of the build limit to try to avoid anything that's underneath. And just nothing. Then I tested it in my world and I built the exact same mob spawner right over my base. Worked perfectly fine. So I don't know what happened that our farm wouldn't work with the mob spawner for some reason. And then we moved like, I think it was like 10 chunks away and I built another one and it worked fine. So I have no idea. It's so weird. Minecraft can be really janky with stuff. And when I first started on Minecraft, I joined Minecraft when there was that really janky glitch where you could, if you put something in your 3rd inventory slot and you were on a furnace and then you like picked it up and put it down, you would keep getting the XP for it. I joined during that time. And so like I went crazy. I took advantage of it as much as possible. And it kind of killed the fun for me because it turned into like a speed run of enchanting all my stuff. And so that almost kills the challenge of the game. And so I regretted doing it. Now I'm glad that, you know, I've restarted and I've had to earn it long term. Oh, the music is so... It can hit you so hard in the emotions. Even for me, I don't have nostalgia to this game. I've been playing it for a year and a half. It's not, you know, I'm not tied to it. I didn't, you know, play this when I was 20 years old or when I was 15 or anything like that. I've been playing it for a year. But there are moments, it just brings me right back to my first time playing Minecraft. I initially started playing Minecraft in VR. And it was oh, I don't need to. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. I didn't need to do it this way. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I play Bedrock. This is Bedrock. So, I'm dumb. For anybody who doesn't play this game, I'm dumb because I forgot I'm doing a sugarcane farm, and sugarcane only grows like literally next to body of water. And Lucas said, make sure the sugarcane farm is around a body of water. But I interpreted it as like this. These were, but no, sugarcane will only grow on this and on non-tilled soil. Come on, there we go. So like that. It'll grow there, but it won't grow here. Come on. Yeah, like I can't get it to grow here. It won't grow there. So I did all this work for nothing because it won't grow there. Because I'm so dumb. You did the same thing? Yeah, it's embarrassing moments like that when you just don't think logically. Minecraft logically, not real life logically. But yeah, I play on Bedrock because my my daughter plays it on Switch and I wanted to play with her, so I got it on Bedrock to play with her. Okay, so that was a waste of time and effort. That's okay. Come here, water. Okay. So that was a waste of time and effort. So what can I do? I guess the only thing I can really do is just put a line of water down and just build a sugarcane farm around it. Let's tear this down and put it back up so it's untilled. Do you mean one of those like automatic ones, like the one tick farms? I know Bedrock is really, really messy with one tick farms. I had a one tick, oh, what's the thing called? It's the thing that grows in the ocean. It's the leaves that go all the way up and they can make the water become like a proper block. Whatever that stuff is called. Anyways, I had one tick farm of that, the one where like you use sand and the yeah, whatever that thing's called, the big leaf thing, and you plant it in there, and then the sand shifts back and forth, and then the leaf instantly grows, like this kelp or whatever. I think it's kelp. Is it kelp? I think it's kelp. It instantly grows and like it works, but it's super finicky in Bedrock. Like you have to be in a chunk. You can't cross a chunk line, and you can only have it working like near certain types of farms. But if there's another type of farm near there, it'll wreck it. And like it gets really complicated. And even getting it started, it's not as simple as like switching it. Like you have to like do certain things while the machine is running for it to even start up, and once it starts you're good to go, but getting it started is like starting a lawnmower. Like it takes 5 million tries. It's so janky. It's the downside to Bedrock. It can be really janky to like cheese the game, if that makes sense. Astro, hello, how are you? It's kelp. Yeah, it's kelp. That's it. Yours truly, hello. How are you? Twisting vines can work well for bone meal. You can, like these things, you can use these for bone meal? How do you even do that? And yes, Astro, that's what I'm going to do. I stupidly built it like this kind of farm. For some reason, I was thinking that you needed like tilled soil for sugarcane. I completely forgot that it just works in like regular soil. So I did all the work for nothing. So now I'm like rebuilding everything to make it not need that. So what I'm gonna do is this, and I think it goes, it's 7 and 7, right? So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think if I spill the water here, it might even be one more. Yeah, and then I can do this. It's gonna be an extra long farm. Yeah, that's it. So I can do that, and I can put sugarcane on either side. I don't have a lot of sugarcane right now, but that's okay. I will in a minute. So at least I'll have like one super long line of sugarcane. Yeah, the music is great. The music is relaxing. The music is I've talked about this a lot. The music has a lot of nostalgia where like you can instantly be brought right back. You can make the same thing. Oh, you can make the same thing as the kelp farm, but with the twisting vines. Huh. I didn't know that at all. That's cool. Oh no, did my cows disappear? They're not making noise. No, they're still here. They're just quiet. Oh, there's... Okay, cool. You've grown up already. Let's get some of the wheat from over here. But yeah, what I was saying, I've only been playing the game for a couple of years. I don't have like a nostalgia connection to the game. Oh, I'm getting impatient. Let's wait a little bit longer. I don't have like a nostalgia connection to the game. I've been playing it for a year. But there are moments that songs will hit me and I can remember what I was doing the first time I played the game and heard that song. Like when you hear songs of being inside of a cave, and there have been times that I've been lost in a cave in the dark and I'm out of like torches and I don't know where to go. And I went in circles and put torches everywhere, so none of the torches will lead me to the exit. They just lead me to more torches. And like that despair you feel when you're by yourself in the dark. Or like I also explored a cave and then I finally got so frustrated that I was stuck that I just kind of dug my way out. But I had traveled so far in that cave that I didn't know where I was anymore. And so I just got on the water with a boat and just like started traveling to find my place, and I couldn't find my house. And like the devastation that I was out, and it was the first time I ever experienced rain in the game, and I'm on a boat with the rain and I find a village and it's an abandoned village and I'm by myself and I don't know where home is. And I'm just like, I'm so lonely feeling in the game, and it's in VR. And like I hear the songs now and it brings me right back to that feeling. And it's such a cool experience to have when it's a game that it's simple. Like it's not complicated music. There's no story to make me feel that emotional connection. It was just what was happening to me at the time. It's a really cool game in that aspect. I did eventually, I looked for about a day, like a real life day. I played for a few hours trying to find it. I couldn't find it. Once I couldn't find it, now mind you, this is when I was brand new at the game, so I wasn't researching anything. I was literally just trying to learn how to play. And so I started doing research, and then I realized that I could put my coordinates up. And then I realized that 0, 0 is where you start. Like that's where your original spawn point is. So I just headed towards 0, 0 until eventually I found my one farm that I had built. Like I put a big tower over my farm. So I would always have that marker. And so I eventually found the marker and I was able to get to my original base by just trying to head back towards 0, 0. But as a new gamer, you don't know any of that stuff, right? You're just kind of blind and you just think you're completely lost. It was cool. It was cool. Yeah, yours truly. Sometimes you're sitting there, like there's a guy that I watch who does commentary videos where he talks about like old Minecraft creators who were really famous, and then, you know, how their channel eventually died, or how they did something terrible, or how they had a breakdown and they had to just kind of give up making content. And then they always end it when it's a Minecraft creator with this song in particular. That song. And then like at the end they're like, they had everything, they were on top of the world, but the pressure got to them and they weren't able to do it. Maybe one day they'll return, but as of this video they haven't posted anything in over a year, but the community still misses them. And like you're hearing that as the piano's playing, and even though I don't know who the creator is, my heart breaks for them because the music just adds that emotion. It's really cool. It's really cool. Oh, I've never tried a creeper farm. I've seen them. I've never tried a creeper farm. That's why I enjoy the mob spawners, like the regular ones, because you can get so much gunpowder out of it. It's so much work and so high up in the air and like so many resources, and I'm too lazy to go collect that much cobblestone. You've made a creeper farm? I've never tried. I want to though. I want to. Okay, so I've got a sugarcane farm. It's not super fancy, but it's there. I really feel impatient. You know what? Let's go to the blaze farm and just fix my stuff right now. Yeah, there's a spawner you can do to spawn specifically creepers. It has like, you have to use trapdoors and stuff, and there's like certain spacing you have to have, and they'll make creepers. Isn't there also something that you can do by like having a skeleton shoot a creeper and then it'll drop something really particular by doing it that way. I can't remember what it is. There's like really specific things. But yeah, you can really like specify what gets spawned in certain areas depending on how you build the farm. And I know creeper is one of them that you can do. A music disc, that's what you get by having that. Yeah, you can get a disc farm that way. Yeah, there's some really, really complicated ones. I have to fix my blaze farm here because I did a lazy blaze farm. I didn't make it very big, and I think it's just slightly too small. I think I miscalculated and made it just slightly too small. So randomly, I will get blazes spawning in the safe spot. So like in this area, sometimes I'll come down here and there will be blazes spawned in this area. But I did it lazy because I used lava, but I think it's slightly too small. And then what's happening right now is the blazes are getting stuck. They jam and they don't actually fall into the killing area. Because I was being lazy. I know that you can make this wider and then have like a wider hole for them to fall in. And then Mumbo Jumbo has a design where like they fall on pressure plates and the pressure plates push them so they go into the hole no matter what. I need to do that. I don't have enough slime right now. I'm also too lazy to like work out all the redstone and all the stuff it's going to take to actually get them to get pushed down. Plus my blaze farm is over lava. Like underneath me, it's just plain lava. So it's a really dangerous feat to do. How's it going? Ginger, how are you, man? Get off WoW and play some Minecraft. I've never played WoW. I hear WoW is amazing. I hear WoW's really good. How you doing, Ginger? I'm live on Kick right now. I'm testing Kick to see how I like that. That's kind of why partially I didn't stream earlier today. I've had a really hectic week at work, and so last night yesterday I didn't stream. I was supposed to stream today to kind of make up for it, but I helped my brother with his hair, and then I was doing dishes, and I was really busy. But with everything that's happened on Twitch, I've been considering trying a different platform, and Kick is kind of like trying to lure people over to Kick instead of... Oh, whoops, I forgot to switch weapons. Instead of sticking to instead of sticking to Twitch, they want people to kind of go over to Kick. So I figured it's a nighttime stream. Nobody really hangs out at my nighttime streams. I don't really have a huge concurrent viewer count right now. So I thought I would give Kick a try for a couple of streams, and I thought trying it at night when nobody's really expecting me to go live is no worse to be on here than it would be on Twitch. Like I wouldn't have anybody watching me on Twitch anyway, so because it's so out of my regular schedule. So I'm on Kick. It's kind of it's a weird experience being on a totally new platform like this. So Sud. I'm sorry. I'm so bad with names. I actually accidentally made an iron farm. It's not efficient at all. It's not a good iron farm in any way. I accidentally made it because I had so many villagers in my little villager trading post that I made that they started spawning a bunch of iron golems. And it wasn't on purpose, but they just started spawning, and they were spawning like in the area that I was doing my trading. They were spawning around my base, and it was really annoying because I would accidentally hit them whenever mobs would show up, and then they would attack me. So I spent like a day and a half putting a bunch of half slabs all over the area, and then I left one area open with water that was flowing towards basically an iron farm. It's not efficient at all. Like I can get 3 iron golems to spawn at a time, and it probably works out to being like a stack of iron for every half an hour, so it's not much. But I was doing so much stuff around my base that I ended up with like 15 stacks of iron just by being around my base for a few days while I was working on stuff. So I did it by accident. I didn't actually do it on purpose. It's a jumble of words. Yeah, and like it's one of the things that I tried not to use my iron golem farm too much. It's such an elaborate setup. It is, and this is a really basic one, Preston. So basically what happens is, this is because you've never played. So Preston's never played Minecraft, so I'm going to explain just the basics to him that might be like really obvious to Minecraft players. So in Minecraft, Preston, mobs, these are mobs, all the bad guys, they just randomly spawn in the world depending on how dark it is. So like I know in Bedrock for sure, I don't know in Java, but I know in Bedrock for sure, if there's no light around, you'll get mobs spawning. But in the underworld, in this place, it's called the Nether, they don't need zero light to spawn. They will spawn in light. Well, this is what they call a Nether Fortress. Now, in this Nether Fortress, you get these guys, but you also get what's called a Wither Skeleton. You can kind of see it. He was walking up there for a second. There, that guy, he's a Wither Skeleton. And then you can get like pigs and stuff spawning in this area. Well, this is actually a mob spawner. This specifically spawns mobs all the time, consistently. It doesn't really work in the same way as other mobs do. Mobs have a limit on how many can spawn in an area. This one ignores it to a degree. And then once you're far away enough and they fall down, they no longer count, so they'll keep spawning forever. So that's kind of what I've done. And these guys, because they're fire and we're in the Nether, water can't be used. So water is usually what you use to push stuff down. So for these guys, I use lava. The problem is they're so big, they get stuck. So they won't come down. So the proper way to build this would be to have like a step down system, so they all fall down and slowly get pushed into the middle. And you could add basically pressure plates that work as like a button, so when you step on them it triggers stuff, and you can get them to push bricks so it almost like shoves them into the hole. That gets really complicated. I haven't done one yet. I need to. And then I can use their experience to fix my tools. So that's why this is all here. And these guys give you quite a bit of experience, so they're worth it to go through all the work, because you can quickly level up or quickly fix your stuff if you've enchanted your stuff to do that. And Minecraft can be incredibly complex if you get into it. I don't really mod. The only thing I ever add to my Minecraft at all is just adding like the ray tracing packs. But I don't really mod in any way. One, because it can break the game. Two, because a lot of games will actually ban you if you're trying to do stuff with mods. If you're in like in the wrong area with the mods. Let's just put that there for now. So I just try to avoid mods in general. Plus mods can sometimes be broken. A fishing farm. I've never made a fishing farm. Ginger! Hello, welcome to Kick. Have you been using Kick at all, or did you just happen to do it now because I mentioned it? Good, I'm glad you're doing well, man. I hope life is treating you okay and that you haven't been under too much stress lately. Just so y'all know, CurseForge and other modding sites got hit with massive spyware called... Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't use mod stuff, so thanks for putting it in the chat though, because whoever else is watching, they might use mods. That's another reason I don't like using mods. You never know where they're coming from. You never know what they're gonna put in there. 50 or 80 overnight. Nice. What I found, you said you play on Bedrock, right? What I found that I was having trouble with my Bedrock is it would pause the game on me over time. So I could never AFK for more than like, I think it was like an hour was the maximum I could do without it pausing. Like I even got to the point where like I had this whole elaborate setup where like I had, I grabbed a screwdriver. Well, not a screwdriver. A ratchet that I had that was kind of heavy, and like I put it in a way that it was like standing up, and so it would press left, so my character would constantly be like moving sideways, like strafing like this, and I had set it up in a way that it would like it would move my character, and that's the only way I could get it to AFK, and even then I would still wake up in the morning and it would be paused. I don't know why. Why am I still farming blazes? I just want to fix my tools. That's all I'm doing. I don't need the levels. I'm just fixing my tools. Where's the Elytra? I haven't beaten the Ender Dragon yet. I've just been casually playing the game. I've gotten to the point where I can beat the Ender Dragon. I've just been too lazy to farm the Ender Pearls, you know, by having to look for the Endermen or by having to trade. So I just haven't done that. So right now I'm just building a new base. So I'm fixing my tools because they're all completely, well, they were pretty close to dead. But obviously my farm's not very good. It's not efficient. They're getting stuck up there because I'm a loser. No, he just joined to watch. I don't know how the viewing experience is because I haven't really watched too much on Kick, but am I the only one that feels, do you feel like it's exactly like Twitch but just in green? Like the whole layout is very similar to Twitch? Keep going, keep going. Oh, you were able to finally get the promotion that you wanted? Or did you get a totally different job? Oh, okay, an auto clicker. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Come down here, you jerks. Come on. It's so inefficient. Oh, I really screwed this thing up. I need to fix it. I'm so lazy. Oops. I'm not gonna completely fix them. I just want to get this shovel halfway up, like most of the way up, and then I'm good to go. TikToker, how's it going? Can we get a base tour? I've got two bases. The base that I'm working on right now is still really, really empty. All I've done is just built like the shelter. I haven't even done the ground yet or any of the inside layout. And my original base, I've kind of neglected it, but we can go look at my original base in just a second. Let me just fix this real quick. It's not elaborate. I'm not a big Minecraft player. Minecraft is kind of my comfort game where like I can play it and not have to really pay attention. I'm just kind of relaxing. It's the game that I play to unwind. So I don't do anything super complex in this game. I've also only been playing Minecraft for like a year. So I'm not like an expert Minecraft player by any means. I'm like a mid to lower mid level player, if anything. I haven't built a bee farm in this world at all, mainly because I built one in my very original world. The very first time I ever played Minecraft, I built like a greenhouse style bee farm, and then I just never used the honey. So I've never really felt the need to build a bee farm. Although I do know that with like honey blocks, you can do some pretty cool stuff, like with the flying machines and stuff. Like I've seen a lot of farms that use flying machines and they're really cool. I've just never bothered. Yeah, I think that's good enough. All right, I'll show you my original base. Days straight, then come home for 8 days. That sounds like mentally exhausting, dude. But that's cool that you get to travel around. Hopefully they won't have to send you anywhere that's being affected by the smoke that us Canadians have so lovingly shared with Americans lately. Okay, Mike, I'll give you this. At least that was slightly more creative than asking me if I want to watch a tree grow. At least it was slightly more creative than that. So I'll give you that. I'll tip my hat for that at least. But the racist thing doesn't really fly here. No, I'm a minority. The racist thing doesn't endear you to me at all. You have more news about Ligma? What happened? Tell me. Did Ligma actually survive? Please tell me. I'm worried. Oh, I went to the wrong exit. This isn't. So this is the base I'm working on, first of all. Like, it's just a big empty space with a random bed. I even like dug out the hole to put flooring in and I just didn't do it. And then you can kind of see it from here. I've built a wheat farm, my automatic cow farm, which I still have to get more wheat for so I can grow my farms that are, my cows that are just in this hole. And then a sugarcane farm there. So nothing too complex in this place. It's just starting. She was resurrected, yes. It's like a fish tank full of bees. That's cool. That's really cool. I don't know if you've ever watched Wadzi. Wadzi did, he turned one of the, I don't know what they're actually called. I can't remember what they're called, but you know, like the water temple things? He turned one of those into a farm for those spiky fish. It was really cool watching him do it. And then in the end, it was like a big fish tank. And it was so cool to watch his farm. Java is so much more efficient with farms. It's so much more impressive. Like I've done the same style of farms that you get in Java, and like you see the video for the Java one and they're getting like 1,000 drops per hour, and then I do it and I get like 50 because Bedrock is so much slower at creating spawns. Oh, I hope she pulls through. I miss Ligma. Diamond, hello. You came over from TikTok too. You've never used this app? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. Like I said, there's not a lot of censorship, which is like, it can be good and can be bad. You know, it could be good because certain things get censored without needing to be. Like I got banned on TikTok once for 24 hours because I was playing Dark Souls and my character didn't have armor on, and they flagged it as porn, which was really frustrating. But at the same time, censorship helps because, you know, like racist comments and stuff and hateful comments and hate raids, like that stuff, I don't think that belongs anywhere. So I'm still torn about Kick, but Twitch is really making it hard to want to stick to them. They're really making it hard to. Disco Dan. No, there is no teleporting in this game. Right? Unless I'm like really stupid. There's no teleporting, right? Nice. That's awesome. But yeah, Ginger, I hope you're enjoying the work. Somebody asked me, so this is my regular farm. This is my regular place. This is where I originally built my base. I built it right next to a village because I wanted to steal the villagers for a village farm. Oh, he despawned. What a jerk. I guess I was gone for too long. I had a guy in there, but apparently fear doesn't actually help with the mob spawner. So let me give you a breakdown. It's really janky because when I originally started with the iron golems, they were spawning here. So I built this with the idea of having my iron golems get killed by this, so I could have my iron golems give me iron. And then they stopped spawning after I built it there. And then they started to spawn right here. They actually spawn right in this corner. And so I built the iron farm in here. So it's janky because it wasn't intended to be an iron farm. It was just the iron golems were bugging me, and I might as well take advantage of the iron I could get from them. So I built the iron farm here. And then down here's the collection thing. The villagers are in that one house that I was just standing next to. And so, like, I've got the whole collection thing here. Yeah, like, I mean, it works. It's just not super efficient. Might as well take it with me. It's not the most efficient farm. And then I've got this open area here because I have looting on my... what is it, looting 3? I have looting 3 on my sword. So when I was looking for iron, I would just wait for them to spawn, come down here, and I would kill them so I could get more iron from them. It seems like they're not spawning right now, which I don't know why. Maybe the update broke it. I don't know. Alex, it's whatever the latest update is. I haven't kept up to date with what update we're on right now. So this was my house. I didn't build it fancy looking. I didn't do anything nice. Obviously, it's all the same type of wood. Then I've got my little storage unit here. Again, I haven't gone too crazy because I wasn't planning to really play this long term. Then I've got my smelting area. And then I always do this. I always build a second floor and it's literally just a bed. There's literally never anything in my second floor. I'm not very big in decorating. Here's where I just get rid of junk that I don't need. I got my little dog. Usually I keep my horse here, but I lost my horse. I don't know where I put him. I was wandering around. I think I went to a village way over there somewhere, and then I got off my horse and then I just didn't bring him back. And then I've just got like a random farm only for the sake of just like making it look like I was living on a farm, not because I actually needed it. Because I've got this farm for my cows, for my beef, right? Which is the farm that I built in the place that I'm working on right now. Actually, while we're here, might as well take the wheat with me so I can use it. So I don't know how to do fast smelters. So I'm not going to pretend like I know what you're referencing because I'm an idiot and I don't know what you're referencing. But I have seen a type of smelter that I watched Mumbo Jumbo do actually, where it was like there were hoppers involved, and like the hoppers would push stuff into all the different regular furnaces. And so it would smelt multiple things at once and just like refill each smelter on its own. I've also seen a smelter where like the actual furnaces move around somehow. I don't know, really, really complicated ones. I've seen some stuff like that. I'll probably build stuff like that. When I was playing this originally, I wasn't really planning to do anything fancy with it. I wasn't looking, like, get out of here. I wasn't looking to build like a super complicated base. It was just a time waster for me. But because of, you know, needing a bit of an easier thing to stream, something that didn't really need a lot of concentration from me, I've started playing it on stream. So I'm probably going to end up doing streams where I build much more complicated redstone things or like more complex farms that'll get me more stuff. Just so I have content to make. But for now, I haven't really done it. Okay, that should be enough for me to take to the other farm. Yeah, and then I've got my little lava farm here, which I have to put lava up there for this to actually fill because these never fill. And then this was my mob spawner. Yeah, I think that's the second one that I saw. Sud was that. Now, the one that I've seen, the one that I had on my one farm that I had built was a bunch of hoppers using redstone, and like you fill the one treasure chest, and then the treasure chest sends it to all the hoppers, and the hoppers split it between each other, and then it like spreads to all the furnaces. So none of the furnaces move. So you can pretty much hide them all and just have a treasure chest there. And you could set it up with 3 separate treasure chests. So the one with what you want to smelt, the one for the coal, and then the one for whatever you get at the end. And you could have it set up so you would just see the 3 treasure chests and it would all be hidden, which was really cool and it was really quiet. Like I said, I wasn't really doing anything. Like here I had these smelters because of the mob spawner. So I built these ones just to like put the iron that I was getting from the armor. But this is the mob spawner I built. And I built it really high so I could be away from anything that was down there that was spawning. And this is all torn down because this is where I had my enchantment set up. But this mob spawner isn't very efficient. And so that's why I did everything and moved to another location. Uh-oh, is my stream lagging? Oh no, the stream lagged. What happened? Oh no. Oh, am I back? No, I'm not. What's that? What happened? Okay, my kick is still working. Weird. Okay, how about if I just do this? That fix it? There we go. I reset it. Let me... Sorry, my typing was bad. My keyboard's in a weird spot. Okay, cool. It's back. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It froze for some reason. I just paused the stream and started it again, and it seems to be okay now. And then the screen went black again. I don't know. Maybe my internet's kind of dipping in and out. It's kind of dipping in. It looks like it's okay, though. Looks like we're straight. Yeah, and then I built this bamboo farm here. So that's kind of just... That's it. That's all I really have. It wasn't a super complicated base. This is just a huge hole I dug to just keep getting cobblestone down there. And that's pretty much it. Like nothing too intense. It was a really, really basic farm. I did this so I could have an automatic farm for my sugarcane by using bone meal, obviously. Like I did quite a bit, but it was a lot of like nonsense, wasteful time stuff, you know? So it's not bad. And this is my villager area. This is why the mob farm happened. This is why the iron farm happened, because I put my villagers in here. And so like I've got this whole row of villagers. So I got like this guy just to get rid of my rotten flesh. And then I've got guys to buy armor, and this guy just to get rid of veggies so I could get some emeralds pretty quickly. And then a bunch of Fletchers to sell sticks because they're really easy to get rid of. And then down here are all my enchantment guys. This guy escaped one day and I just kind of let him stay out. But I got all my enchantment guys. These guys are down here because for some reason I was getting a weird glitch where the zombie wasn't infecting these guys. It wouldn't attack them. It would just sit there and look at them. So like I dug them down so they would get attacked, and then I just never worked on getting them back to the higher level. But these are all my enchantment guys. So I've got like a stupid amount of enchantments available. And yeah, that's pretty much my whole farm. My whole base. Nothing fancy to write home about. I didn't spend any time actually decorating or making it look nice. Now that I'm doing it on stream, this other one that I'm building, I'm probably going to spend more time being a bit more organized and make it look a little bit nicer. But I'm keeping those guys. I'm not going to work on those guys ever again. So I'm just going to leave them there, and I'll rely on them if I need to enchant anything. You know, because I'm sure I'm going to die eventually, and I'm going to need to get new stuff. Yeah, Ginger, I'm glad you're able to pop in. It sucks because my schedule is such a weird mess. The people that used to watch me can't anymore because my schedule is so weird. Hopefully come summertime I'll have a bit more freedom to do like some evening streams and some early streams so I can kind of, you know, cover a different gamut of view time so different people can come see me. But yeah, just keep safe. If you're going to places that have disasters and stuff, just I hope you stay safe. Like even if you're not there during the disaster, but like if you're there to like help out in any way and, you know, there's damage, something could always, you know, happen. Hurt yourself on some debris or something, so stay careful out there. Because you're going to be bored in your hotel. Well, hopefully you can pop in more often. I've been streaming every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, way earlier in the day. So hopefully you'll be able to pop in every once in a while. Yeah, so this is so tight. But look how long this is. This is why I'm building this whole new base. I don't want to do this every time I want to fix my tools. Like this takes forever. And it took me days to get this because I needed so much ice and so much glass, and the area that my world spawned me in, my original area, there was barely any sand, so collecting the sand was a nightmare. I still haven't finished. I still have to do a lot. Like I have to put glass on both sides. I've only put it on one. I have to obviously still dig out certain areas to make it smooth again, and like I don't even have a way to end this ride. It just kind of stops. But it's such a time saver. It's such a time saver instead of having to walk. So what's the glass for? It stops the boat from falling off the edge, but if you use stone, the boat slows down. The glass allows the boat to slide without actually slowing it down, so you could go at full speed. And this is only packed ice. If you use blue ice, it goes even faster. But blue ice is a lot harder to find, so I decided the little bit of time save it wouldn't be worth the amount of time it would take me to get enough blue ice to do it. But yeah, Ginger, I'm in that like weird spot right now, content creation wise, where like I'm just about to start really upping my game as a content creator with like doing more content more often and like starting to do more videos and stuff like that. Did I want to come down here? I didn't want to come down here. I wanted to go to my base. You know, so I'm going to have a lot more content coming out soon, and hopefully I'll be able to start doing 4 or 5 hour streams, doing it, you know, 4 or 5 times a week. So like I'm just about getting there. But because I'm just about to get there and everything that's happening with Twitch, I'm like in that weird spot where I have to debate on what I want to do. Like, do I still want to multi-stream everywhere, or do I want to go to like one major platform and TikTok as like a funnel to only have the two? So that way I can funnel people to one place and kind of concentrate everybody in one place and hopefully allow that to help with like subs and interactions and my viewer count and stuff. Or do I want to keep it, you know, spread out so then people who may not come over from a different platform will still have a chance to watch me, so overall my viewer count will be better? What games am I going to play? Like there's a lot of stuff I have to try to figure out that I'm going to do. And I'm in that weird spot right now that I haven't really started it yet, but I'm getting close to it. So hopefully in the near future, I'll be posting a lot more content and you will be able to hang out a lot more. Yeah, there's some really creative places, Sud. I've seen some like insane builds with redstone. The only like really fancy thing I ever did with redstone in my first world, I had one of those ice highways, and I just like selected random places to put my portals to just find different stuff. And eventually I picked the places that I wanted. Like I had an ice portal and I had a portal to sand, but they all kind of branched off from the same place. So I built a whole redstone system so I could be at the beginning of my portal at where my boat was and just like flick different levers and it would just open the path to wherever I wanted to go. And so I would be like, oh, here, I want to go to sand. And I would just flick it to sand and then it would open the path, and only available path would be to sand. But then I could flick it to where the snow was and it would close all the other paths and just leave the snow on. Like that was the only fancy thing I ever did with redstone. But that was like by the end of me playing Minecraft. I took a break from it. I burnt out from Minecraft. And so that was kind of like the last thing I really did. And then I kind of just stopped playing Minecraft. So here I'm just kind of starting again. So I'll probably end up building fancy stuff. Like I'll probably do some redstone entrances and stuff here, or like do like a redstone opening to like my storage unit or something. I haven't fully decided yet. Thanks, Merle. It's super complex. It's a high-end sugar farm. Everybody's jealous at how good it is. Okay, so I've got that. Oh, let's feed some cows. Let's get some more cows going so I could start putting them in the cow farm soon. Okay, should give me quite a few more babies. Hello, Leeds. How you doing? Welcome. Yeah, you have a sheep farm that's like that. I'm gonna build a sheep farm actually, but for wool. One of those automatic ones. I'm not gonna do every color. That would be a lot of work, but I might do one with like 3 or 4 colors. The ones that have like dispensers and observers, so when like the sheep grows, it'll automatically shear it and then it'll collect it right away. I want to build a few of those, like have like 6 or 7 of them so I can have a lot of wool, because I always need wool and I never have enough to get some. Okay, so let's go back down here. Somebody broke my farm, you jerk, whoever you were. It's weird for me to play with mouse and keyboard because I always play in VR, so I'm used to the controls with the Oculus, and they're just different enough from PC that it's hard for me to remember what everything does. Or like aiming, it's easier to aim with the virtual reality controls because I can literally just point and just hold it and just it'll plant everything. Here it's a little bit harder for me to aim exactly at what I'm trying to do. Okay. I think we're good. Aw, dang it. Okay. Oh. I'm stupid. I put this stone here so I could climb out. Oh no, I need to take it out because if I hit the farm, it's going to get caught there. So let's leave that out. Okay. Oh, man. Only 1 sheep as well? Oh, cool. That's awesome. That's pretty efficient. Hey, I got 4 followers on Kick. That's awesome. I'm sorry. I don't have alerts for Kick. I don't know how to turn them on. I went like, I don't know if Streamlabs has them, and I went to go to Streamlabs and it wouldn't let me log on. I need to put my password in, and I don't remember my password, and I didn't want to look for it while I was in the middle of the stream. So I'm sorry. Welcome. Thank you for following, whoever followed. I will be putting alerts up for the next time. You weren't expecting so much wool. Yeah, the one mob spawner I did, I made it like not efficient, but I made it so big that it became efficient even though it shouldn't have been. And then I left myself there overnight. Obviously, after a few hours, it shut off. But I ended up filling 2 double chests with just like a bunch of stuff. It was really cool, and you know, it was a random mob spawner. So it was one of those ones that had, you know, spider, the webs or whatever, and it had like the gunpowder and all. I was able to fill. After a few days, I was able to just fill a whole bunch of chests with everything that I needed. I was never out of rockets. I was never out of anything. It was awesome. It was great. Oh, Merle, you have no idea. My memory sucks right now. Like, I did acting. My memory used to be really good. I don't use my memory enough. That's the problem. Okay. I don't really know what else I really desperately want to build right now. I'm probably going to stop streaming soon anyway, but I don't know what to build right now. You know what? You know what? Let me do one thing. I know what I want to do. So in my nether area, I had built scaffolding to get all the way down to like basically the base, like to the, what's it called? The bedrock area in the nether, with the intention of, I'm going to eventually have to take all this down. There's going to be a nightmare to take down too. With the intention of, like, I did scaffolding to be able to just go straight down from my blaze farm, so I could go and look for ancient debris, so I could make my netherite stuff. And I built it. I did the whole thing, but I literally have the sand. So it's like it's the scaffolding, sand, and then lava right away. And so the lava is like shooting its little lava sparks through the sand and burning down my scaffolding, so I can't get down. So I'm gonna try to make the lava 1 block further away, and maybe I can then keep the scaffolding there. I don't have any scaffolding right now, but I can do that eventually. but maybe that'll keep it safe so I can go down there, because that's something I need to do, is get a bunch of ancient debris, which is going to be a nightmare to do. It's so time consuming, but we'll do it with beds. We'll do it with beds. I'm going to be lazy. I'm not going to do it manually. Here's the thing with Minecraft. There's just so much stuff you can, like, burn hours with doing. Okay, so we're all the way here. So this is where I built the thing, because the problem that I have is this all leads just straight to lava. Like, it's all lava down here. So see, I was putting scaffolding and the lava just burns it. So what we're gonna do is, let's see, it's dangerous. It's so dangerous. So if my scaffolding is here, I need to block there. Okay, let's start putting some sand down. I swear you used to be able to put scaffolding in lava. Wasn't there like a glitch that you could put scaffolding in lava? But they took that away. You can't do that anymore. Or at least I thought you could, and you can't. I don't know. Okay, so now that I've done that, let's do it over here too, just to be safe. Look at that. Look how dangerous this area is. Yeah, no, it absolutely makes sense. It was one of those weird things where it's like, it shouldn't do this, because I remember, was it Mumbo Jumbo or Wadzi? There was somebody that I watched that was doing one of those like hunting style challenges in Minecraft, and then they just used scaffolding to hide inside the lava, and they didn't die because the scaffolding didn't allow the lava in, and the scaffolding didn't burn. So they were able to go in there, but now it doesn't do that anymore, which is like, it makes sense. It shouldn't do it, but still, it was a nice little piece of cheese, and I couldn't do it to do this. Okay. Because I wanted to see how much sand I would need to dig all the way down. So instead, I just had to kind of guess and just bring sand and hope it was enough. Okay. Okay. Hopefully that's enough to stop. Actually, I should probably do this side too, just in case. And then I can go and build some scaffolding or something. Please don't kill me. Okay, let's go down. I'll just like, there we go. I'll just put stone to get back out for now. Ricky, I'm doing really well. How are you doing? How are you doing? Not actively, Houston. I'm prepping to be able to do that for the next stream. It's just I had built the area I was going to start looking for netherite in, and then the scaffolding was too close to the lava, so the lava kept burning it down. So I just need to, I want to prep all this. Maybe we'll search a little bit. I'm not going to stream too much longer. Because I'm hoping to stream tomorrow at an earlier time than tonight. And so if I'm streaming tomorrow, I want to make sure I go to bed at a reasonable time so I'm up in time. I'm a night shift worker, and so like I'm up all night. But if I can go to bed at like 2 or 3 in the morning, it's midnight right now. If I can go to bed at like 2 or 3 in the morning, then I can be up for 10, which would then give me like 7 hours of sleep. And then I can be up, and then I can be ready for a stream and stream for a couple of hours. What did they change, Sud, that makes it harder to do netherite? Peter Griffin. I have no idea. I have no idea how many days I'm on. I don't actually even know how to check. Nope, that's the wrong computer. This one? Nope. I don't know how to check. I have no clue how to tell what day I'm on. It's probably not a whole lot though. And you traded for it with pigs? Really? You can get netherite from pigs? Or you gave the pigs netherite? Luis, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you taking the time to come over to YouTube as well. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'll be live again tomorrow, but depending on where you are time zone wise, it's gonna probably be in about 12 hours from today. From right now is when I'll probably be live tomorrow. So if that's a time that works for you, then hopefully I see you tomorrow. If not, I don't know when I'll be doing another stream at around this time. I just showed my base, Houston. This is the base that I'm working on right now. I had another base. It's a complete mess. It's a disaster, but this is the base I'm working on right now. I just started working on it. I've done, I think, 3 Minecraft streams in total. And the first stream, all I had built was the house. And we've been working, like, I cleared out this whole area and I'm slowly working on building it. So, like, I've got a wheat farm. I'm growing some cows right now to put in my automatic beef farm. And we just did this. So that's all I've done. It's not very far in. Really? Did they add that? I haven't heard about that set. I haven't kept up with updates though. That's really dumb if that's what they did. So no, Houston, I've had this world for a while. Like I said, I don't know how long I've been playing for. Oh, wait. I've had this world for a while though. Basically all that happened was I started to play this again just because I was looking for something to play. You know, this is like my comfort game. It's a game that I play just when I want to just relax. So I started replaying it. I built a whole new world and I was working on it and everything. And then I got to the point where like I was ready to fight the Ender Dragon. I didn't have Netherite, but I was like, everything's enchanted to the maximum. I've got backups of my enchantment stuff because I lost my original and then I was able to find it before it despawned. And so like it was kind of, that's where I had reached, but I was too lazy to fight a bunch of Endermen to get the Eye of Ender, like to be able to get the Ender Pearls to make the Eyes of Ender that I needed. So I kind of just wasn't really doing anything in the game. And then my dad passed away a couple of weeks ago. And so just trying to like find something to like relax to, I started playing this game again and I decided to transfer all of my stuff to here because I built that spawner that you saw, the where I was doing the dig down for the netherite. I built a blaze farm there, but it's like 2,000 blocks in the nether away from my original base. So I decided to rebuild here. So I'd be closer to the mob spawner. So then I can prepare and do everything from scratch. And that's kind of why I even started. But I took like 2 weeks away from like streaming and making content and everything. And I knew I had to get back to it. So I thought Minecraft was a really nice way that I could like chat with everybody without having to have the pressure of paying attention to the game that I'm playing, that I could just like casually play and not feel bad if I'm not paying attention to the story. I tried playing a little bit. I did Dead Island for a day and it was by the end of the stream I had no idea what I was doing. And so it wasn't fun for me. And so I started playing this. So that's kind of why I've restarted. It's not that I did a new world, it's just I'm transferring over because it was just closer to my blaze farm and because it gives me something to do while I'm streaming without having to really think too much. After you got the achievements, you switched over to creative. Yeah, I don't like playing creative. My daughter plays a lot of creative. She'll do creative all the time. Like she'll build a whole little city and do schools and stores and stuff like that. And I don't have fun. I like the challenge of like potentially dying. Or the really heartbreaking moment where I died with all of my best equipment and I didn't know where I died. I didn't have the coordinates and it was in the nether somewhere. And so I found it by luck. I was able to find it. And then I died a second time and lost my backup gear. But that time I knew where the coordinates were. And then I went and searched for it again and died a third time. And this time I had no backup gear. So I gave up. I tried going with like regular gear, like just some iron stuff. And I died in the way to where I died originally. So I was like, nah, it's too much work. Forget it. I'm not doing it. So I gave up. And then I spent hours re-enchanting everything. And that's when I did my villager trading post. Because I was like, you know, I can at least... you know, if I die again, I can at least buy my stuff for my villagers. I don't want to fill my farm with bamboo. Let's just put it over here. I could tear it down later. And so I did all that. And then by a fluke, I found the stuff. It didn't despawn for some reason. And I found everything. So I don't like playing creative because I like that feeling of like, you've worked really hard for what you have. Mind you, on the other side of the coin, I don't do any achievements. I just play for the sake of playing. I'm not a professional Minecraft player by any means, so I'm not very good at like, you know, doing fancy creative stuff at all. You just always build a bunch of stuff in survival. That's pretty much how I started. And then I found about the Ender Dragon and I was like, okay, I'll fight the Ender Dragon. And even though I've been playing for a while, I've never actually faced a Wither. I've never faced the warden either. I found in this world, actually, I found one of the areas that looked like it would lead to an ancient ruins or whatever that thing's called, an ancient city or whatever. You know, it had all the blue weird blocks and everything, and it was all over, and I went and looked through everything and I never found it. And I could have sworn I was going to find it, and then I was going to fight the warden, and I just never did. So that's one thing I want to do on stream too, is I want to search for one of those wardens. Okay, I think that's all of them. Okay. So bamboo. I think I have some bones that I can bone meal that bamboo to try to get some more bamboo. You found almost everything in survival before you found it? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the problem with Minecraft is it's very, very immersive. It's not really a problem. It's just one of the things that tends to happen is it's so immersive that you can do a whole lot and spend endless hours in it. But because there is no end goal, like no real goal outside of like defeat the Ender Dragon, once you kind of get everything, then you have nothing to do. That's why I've postponed fighting the Ender Dragon, because that's what happened in my last game. I beat the Ender Dragon. I had the Elytra. I had all the like leveled up stuff, like all my enchanted stuff. And then I was kind of like, what the hell do I do now? What's the point of playing if I already did everything? And so I was almost lost. And I play by myself, right? Like my daughter plays with me, but she's one of those people that after a little while she loses interest in playing survival, and she just wants all the materials to just build whatever she wants. So she gets bored. The last time she played with me, we got raided, and then she kept dying, and so she got really frustrated, and then that was it. She didn't want to play with me anymore because she kept dying. And the thing is, they were raiding our base, so we were dying, but we were dying in our own home, so it was just respawn, pick up our stuff. And she just got frustrated with it, so she stopped playing, so she doesn't want to play with me anymore. So I play by myself a lot, so you lose a lot of the creativity when you're on your own, because you know, you build this really fancy base for nobody to see. That kind of sucks. I have thought of building, getting like a server once I start streaming, and if I get enough viewership, and if Minecraft becomes like an important part of the channel, then I might look into like getting a realm that we can play on, and then people can join and stuff. We'll see. All right, Merle, get some sleep. I'll see you tomorrow. Have yourself a good day. Nice. Yeah, I haven't faced him. I don't know what he fights like. I don't know how hard it's going to be to fight him. So I haven't looked anything up. Anytime I see anything that has to do with the warden, I click away because I don't want to know. I want to go completely blind. Icy Bo, how you doing? Long time no see. I hope you're doing okay. I hope life is treating you okay. Yeah, when you play with friends, it would definitely be a lot more fun than playing by yourself. I think that's probably what kind of kills the game for me, is I play by myself, so you kind of reach a limit on how much you can do. It's a lonely world, and you kind of just reach the end of it. And like I did start a world for Nora, myself, and her mom to play together, but her mom lost. Oh, I do already have them. What am I doing? I already have enough. Okay, cool. But her mom lost interest really, really quickly, and then Nora eventually lost interest too. And then like there was this really fancy base that was only half built. And I had done a lot of AFKing, so we would have a lot of like, you know, string and stuff like that. I did a lot of AFKing for them. I built the really boring farms. They don't like farm building. I love farm building. So I did all that, and then they lost interest. And so like the world just kind of died off. But I did have fun playing with other people. It's just they all had different things they wanted to do. Right? Like I like farm building. Nora likes to just like build stuff. Her mom liked to just adventure, and so it became really, or she liked like decorating. She would like to build houses and decorate them, and so it's like we really didn't have anything to do, and I would try to like say, hey, let's go on an adventure, and then they wouldn't. So we quickly just stopped playing together, which was kind of a bummer because I was starting to get into playing with other people. Okay, is it not lighting now? No, see, it lights on fire. Okay, maybe it's this side. Maybe it's this side I need to work on. How much sand do I have? Oh, it burnt it all down. It burnt it all down. Okay, I don't have any more sand though. I didn't bring it with me. Damn it. Young Kimura, hello, welcome. My day's been good. My day's been really good. Oh, I see. That's exciting. Now, are you just starting college, or are you getting ready to go back to college? Yeah, so that's exactly it. It's that accomplishment, right? Like when I build a farm and then I can just push the button and all my wheat is there and I can just have endless wheat. Or like the cow farm, you can just have stacks and stacks of beef and it doesn't take anything except for going to feed the cows, and then you've got it all and it looks really cool. I like that. Or I built some automatic farms, right? Like stuff that I literally could just watch it work. And like those feelings are so satisfying. Like building a PC, when you finally sit down, you're like, I built this and it works and it does everything I need. I like that a lot. Building a new seed where you know everything, where everything is. See, I'm the type of player that I wouldn't have fun with that, because once I know where everything is, I can like cheese my way through it, and then it just makes it too easy. It's what happened with the one glitch that was around for a while on Bedrock, where like I talked about this like half an hour ago, where you could it'll be officially your first year. Nice, I see. Have fun. College can be really hard, really stressful, and bad things can happen in college, but college can be some of the most fun you'll ever have in your life. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Be safe, but enjoy it. Anyways, when there was that one glitch that if you use the furnace and like if you put iron in, like if you smelted a whole stack of iron in a furnace and then you put something in like iron ingots in your third slot in your inventory and you just picked it up and put it down, you would get all the XP from the stack of iron that you had smelted, and every time you picked that up you would just get the whole XP again. When that glitch was going around, I milked that glitch, but then the game became pointless because like I could just enchant everything and it didn't matter if I lost all my armor because I could just enchant it all again. I could just enchant it all again, and it was like no big deal, right? So I don't like knowing where everything is, because for me it kills the motivation to push myself to try something new, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't, and I wouldn't necessarily call it cheating. I grew up in an era where, hold on, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing, and I don't know what I just did. Oh, crap. Hold on. I'm so distracted, I didn't pay attention to what I was doing. That's what I meant to do. Okay. I was getting distracted as to where I was trying to build, because I'm an idiot. I don't necessarily call it cheating, because I grew up during an era where like DLC didn't exist in video games, and so like you would unlock stuff, like you could unlock unlimited bullets or like invincibility. So like I get the allure, I get why people want to play that way. I just lose interest playing that way. I get really bored playing that way. Okay, so I'm guessing it's this one that I need to do. So if I tear these down to there and put sand here. 16 totems from Woodland Mansions. I think I only have like 4 or 5, but it's because I got raided, and I got raided, but while I was getting raided, those wandering raiders came by, pillagers, and I attacked the one with the flag, and then I got a secondary raid as soon as I finished the first raid, so I got raided immediately again. So I was able to get quite a few of them that way, but not 16 worth. That's crazy. Even the one I'm holding, I usually carry a shield. Okay. So there's 2 on this side. There's 2 on this side. Pretty sure there's 2 on this side. Should be good now. Please don't burn. Please don't burn, please. Let's see. Let's hope it doesn't burn. Yeah, a raid is when a bunch of pillagers, like guys that you find in the Woodland Mansions, they come to your village and attack you, or they come to like the village of villagers and attack them. And they want to kill all the villagers, but if you're able to kill them, then all the villagers give you a discount. Making a realm, you would definitely play. Yeah, I'm hoping I can. The only reason I haven't, Icy, is because it costs money, right? I think it costs money. It costs money, right? And right now I'm not making money as a content creator, and so I don't have money to spend to make a realm, and Minecraft isn't exactly my, like the thing that I do on my channel, right? So I'm not super dedicated to doing it. yet, but because I've started streaming it now, and if it does okay, like right now on TikTok, I've got what, not 8 followers. I've got 7 people watching me. On YouTube, it's just 3. And then on Kick, I've got just 1 person watching. And I don't even know if it's me or if it's somebody actually watching. So viewership isn't super crazy right now. But if I continue doing this and I do get people coming to these streams and watching me play Minecraft, I would definitely be open to it, to have a realm to play with people and do it once in a while. You know what I mean? Thank you, Ori. Emmett, be a little more creative. I've had that really pathetic joke, word for word, said on my stream 3 times now. 3 times. You weren't even the second one. You weren't even important enough to be the second one. Be a little bit less embarrassing. It's really cringy. Really cringy. Ori, I hope you're doing really well. Hope life is treating you well. It's the middle of the night for me. I'm probably going to stop streaming very soon. I want to explore a little bit. Let's dig a little bit to see if we can find some ancient debris. Not much. I want to try to use a couple of beds. I don't remember the exact measurements. There's a gap you can leave between beds to get the most efficient bed usage. I don't remember what that is, but we'll see what happens. Let me just make some space because I don't have a whole bunch of beds, but we could try for a few anyway. So let's get rid of these. Maybe I'll use my shield to try to protect myself a bit from getting hurt. Before I go, let's get the beef to feed it a little bit. And let me see if I have some. I swear I brought beds with me. I swear I brought some beds. Or maybe I put it inside the... Maybe it's in the nether. I don't know. I can't remember. Dig 3x3 at Y15. So there's this way to do. Oh, I didn't bring any beds. I guess we'll go without beds. I'll just dig. There's a because beds blow up in the nether, right? There's a way you can do it where, like, if you I think it's like 9 blocks. If you go in 9, like dig a straight line, right? And then at every 9 blocks, you dig in 5 or 6, and then you blow up a bed. And then when you go back up another 9 blocks and dig in 5 or 6, each explosion will basically lead you to the exact same room. So it all opens up a huge gap with only using 1 bed. So it saves you a lot of time. I can't remember the exact measurements though. And then that way it's like the most efficient way to use beds to dig out the most spots in the shortest amount of time. It works really, really well. I just can't remember the exact measurements, and I didn't... Then beds, by the way, yeah. Yeah, I love bedrock. I use bedrock all the time. There's a lot of people that hate on bedrock. Oh, I have white wool though. I can build beds. Perfect. But I started on bedrock, so I like bedrock a lot. 65 hours in already, I see. I don't have a Discord. I see. I didn't want the responsibility of a Discord. There's been a lot of there's a lot of stress involved with Discord. Like, you know, having to make sure that I stay active on it, that I talk to people about it. It's too much for me to take care of. I don't have enough time really to pay attention to Discord. Plus, there's always drama involved with Discord, and I don't want that, or you get trolls coming in, and if I'm not around, then I made a whole bunch of these and I didn't mean to. And if I'm not around, then I get blamed for, you know, any trolls that do anything hateful. So I've stayed away from Discord. I don't have a Discord. I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom though. I haven't. Partially because I don't have the money. Secondary because I wasn't as hype about Breath of the Wild as everybody was. I loved it, but I wasn't as hyped as everybody was. So Tears of the Kingdom is just more Breath of the Wild. So for me, it's like, I'm okay waiting. Not in a huge rush to get it. I will, Sud. I will. I'm just not gonna play for much longer. So I'm not gonna do the wool farm today. Maybe I'll work on it next time I stream. tomorrow, hopefully. Maybe I'll do some work on a wool farm tomorrow. No, Houston, I'm playing on Bedrock. Playing on Bedrock. I hear that it's a very good game, and it doesn't just feel like more of the same. It genuinely feels like a whole refresh of the world. You know, because like some games, they just feel like it's like more of the same, so it doesn't feel like a new game. Kind of like if you play like Roller Coaster Tycoon's the one I've been playing a lot. If you play Roller Coaster Tycoon, then you go and you play Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, and it's just like more of the same. I've heard Breath of the Wild is not that. Breath of the Wild is actually quite a lot more. Crap, I didn't bring any stone. Oh, I could just use black stone, I guess. That Breath of the Wild is genuinely like adding something to the world, and there's way more to do and way more creativity involved, and the open world is also open creation. Like you can do stuff in it that you can just make up on your own. I don't have the money, like I said, right now. I'm not making any money as a content creator. Like I think I have like 8 subs on Twitch right now, and Twitch takes a huge chunk of it. So when you really work out the math, it's like what would be worth 2 subs, like $10 a month is what I'm getting. And I'm not saying that as like nobody supports me. I just mean I financially can't rely on subs to pay for games. And rent and stuff is just so expensive. So right now I'm holding off until my stream kind of picks up to buy games. Sud, the only reason I wouldn't is I've got a big enough platform that if Nintendo were to see something like that, it wouldn't be good for me. We've seen what's happened with Point Crow, and I don't want to be the next Point Crow. No meme. No, it's not a hair transplant totally. It's a wig. It's a wig. Toupee. Hair system is what they're technically called. A lot of people don't fully grasp the difference. They're all wigs, but technically a wig is something that you like put on and you take off and you go back to normal whenever you feel like it. You know, it's something that usually has like straps that tighten onto your head, or you can clip into your hair. It's more for fun or for like a costume. Whereas like a hair system, they actually glue this thing on. So like I glue it on, it's stuck to my head. And like I have to shave the little bit of hair that I have to like properly get it put on my head. I have to like treat my head and everything. And it's made of real hair. They're not super cheap, but they do come out to be a lot cheaper than getting a hair transplant. I don't know your situation. I don't know you at all. So I don't want you to think that I'm trying to deter you from hair transplants. The only thing you need to be aware of with hair transplants is think about the expense, and remember that when they do the hair transplant, it doesn't stop you from losing your hair. You're going to continue to lose your hair. The hair transplant hair will stay, but your real natural hair that's always been there is going to fall out. So you're going to need to keep redoing hair transplants to continue to fill it in over the years. And depending on how young you are, you know, if you're like 23, 24 years old, you're going to continue to lose your hair well into your 60s, and you're going to have to redo the transplant every 8 to 12 years. You're going to need another 3 or 4 transplants after this one. So it adds up. Secondary, the hair transplant, once your regular hair falls out, the hair transplant starts to look much more artificial because they can't plant it, you know, fully naturally. So when you start counting in, you know, $8,000 to $10,000 4 or 5 times, you're looking at $40,000 you're going to spend over a lifetime. This thing cost me like $400 Canadian, so like $250 American, $300 American, and it can last up to 6 months if I take care of it. So you're looking at maybe $500 a year. So in the same 10 years that you spent $12,000, I'm going to spend $5,000 for this, and I can take it off whenever I feel like it. And so like I don't always have to have it, right? So that's the benefit to the hair wig thing. Downside is this is a lot more maintenance. Once the hair transplant's in and you've healed and everything, it's permanent and you just go on with your life like normal. This has a bunch of routines you have to go through, so you have to see what works best for you. I have friends who have done hair transplants, and their type of balding wasn't that they went bald, it's just that they receded a bit and they wanted to just fill that in. That is perfect for hair transplant because that they won't continue to go bald and have to refill. It's just there. So just consider your options. But honestly, like I'm so glad I did this. I'm so glad I never did the hair transplant, because the amount of hair I've lost, hair transplants wouldn't work for me ever. Nobody has to know you're emulating it. Yeah, I know, but I create content, right? So I'd probably end up wanting to play it on stream, and I wouldn't want to get myself into trouble that way. But yeah, totally, Search. I wear a toupee, and it's honestly, it's been a life changer. And what I like about this is the only thing that I could say is worth even trying, is the benefit of this is if you try it and you hate it, no worse for wear, right? Like I can get rid of it and I can go right back to how my hair was before. But with a transplant, if I tried it and I hated it, there is nothing I can do to take it back. And there are transplants out there that are really badly done, and there are transplants out there that are amazing. I have a friend who had his done. His transplant's phenomenal. You can't tell at all. But I've seen a lot of them on the internet where it looks like a wig because the front hairline is so perfect, and nobody's hairline is perfect in the front. But the doctors were a bit more budget doctors, so they didn't do the work to make it look like a natural hairline. And so now they're stuck with something that looks like a wig for the rest of their lives, and they'll never be able to fix it. The nice thing with a wig is you can try it, and if you feel that it works, then you can look at a hair transplant and be like, yeah, cool, I'll do it. But if you try it and you're like, it's not for me, then you didn't spend the $10,000, you only spent $300 or $400. You know what I mean? Hey, thanks, Icy, I appreciate that. I don't have, my alerts aren't working for some reason. I don't know why, but thank you. Can I see what it actually says, maybe? I just see it, there's super chat. Thank you. There it is. It went through, it went through. Okay, so let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What am I yapping about? Whatever I feel like it. It's the beauty of having your own channel. You can just talk about whatever you feel like. It's the beauty about being a viewer too. You could just swipe away if you're not interested. It's pretty great. That's cute. I like it. I like it too. I like it too. Okay, so I think it's 5 in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The bed takes up 2 spaces. And then here I can put some... So I'm going to try this. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try it anyway. No, wait, hold on. It's not that, it's this. So I go to here, and then I put the black stone here. I duck, get the shield on. I duck, or sorry, I sneak. Nora gets so mad at me because I say duck and it's actually sneak. Can I reach it? No, I can't, so it's here. And here we go. So this is what I was talking about, see? And now I've opened up this huge gap, and it took me a few seconds, right? And so I'm able to see if there's any ancient debris. I'm not at 15 though, I'm at 8. I'm a little bit lower. My plan is to eventually kind of build up and try another level afterwards. Do I have any more? I do. Dang it, that didn't work. It was too close. Whatever. I'm not gonna clear it right now. Oh man. So you get some luscious curls. You're gonna have to shampoo it a few times. I'm just saying. Just saying. Totally Search. Thank you. The hair information king. You're welcome. You know, it's not for everybody, and it's obviously, like, I've got some people there kind of poking fun at me. I'm assuming they're being lighthearted and not actually like trying to mock me. But thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. But the reason I'm open about it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. I'm gonna open up a bunch and then put some beds down. How many beds do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So one of the reasons that I'm open about it is I know a lot of people are not comfortable talking about it. You know, a lot of guys lose their hair. Like a huge chunk of guys lose their hair, but most of us are ashamed to talk about it, and we kind of just have to deal with it, right? A lot of guys won't know that they can have a fairly realistic looking wig until it's too late. And then by the time they see that they can do it, there's no way to hide it anymore. I don't mean too late as in you can't get one, because you could pretty much get a wig up until you're completely bald. Like my bald spot's quite big and it still does a great job. I'm talking more about, like, I went from being completely bald to a full head of hair overnight. There's no way to hide that, right? But if you're young enough and you're starting to recede, they sell just like a strip of hair that you can glue to the front to, like, kind of cover it up. And like a lot of people that work within the hair loss industry suggests that when you're young, even if it's just thinning, if you're not fully bald yet, but you're just thinning, you can go and get a wig put on, shave your natural hair and put the wig on so that you never get to the point where it's bald and you never get to show it. So then you never have to explain it to people around you. Because even though your friends and family might love you, it's hard to explain it to like somebody at work or your classmates. And it's like, whoa, suddenly you have hair. And now it's like, and now you have to explain yourself. And for a lot of guys, they're not comfortable talking about something like that openly. So it allows you to kind of avoid that from happening. So I put myself out there publicly because maybe me putting myself out there because I don't care if people get embarrassed because I'm the one that has to live with it. Like I'm never going to see the people that are coming to troll and make fun of me. I don't care who the hell they are. I'm out here doing it. They're not. So it doesn't matter. And I'm not saying you guys are trolling. You're just goofing off or whatever. But you know, it doesn't bother me. But if you see me doing it, maybe you'll feel a little bit more comfortable to do it. And if I put myself out there, you won't have to, but you will feel confident to do it yourself. You know what I mean? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bros preaching facts. I'm just kidding around. Yeah, no, I feel bad now. No, it's, you know, it's, look, we live in a world where guys are not allowed to do a lot of things that would make us feel better, whether we want to admit it or not, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Okay. Because, look, I'm not one to wear makeup. I have no interest in wearing makeup. But I've got scars. You can see them. I can't hide them. Like, this is not a pimple. It's a scar. I've got scars. Like, this is also not a pimple. It's a scar. I've got scars on my face that were once pimples and they've just never gone away. So it looks like I have a lot worse acne than I do. But I still have acne. You don't think I would love to wear makeup and not have it show? I just don't like what makeup looks like on guys. It's just not a look that I enjoy. It's just like, I'm not a fan of the guys that wear like the emo look nowadays, or I'm not a fan of like the death metal look. Not my cup of tea. The makeup look is not my cup of tea. I would love to wear it though, so I wouldn't have to walk around with acne on my face. So guys aren't allowed to wear what they like because there's these ideas out there, right? So we poke fun at each other and whatever. No big deal. I don't really care. I understand that there's things that, you know, we can't fully do without being made fun of. Hair systems happens to be one of those things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we poke fun at each other for it. And it's never, most of the time, it's not, you're not trying to like actually put me down. You're poking fun at me for it because that's what we do. Just like I can't grow a good beard. People poke fun at me for not being able to grow a good beard. But some guys are really insecure about having a really patchy beard. I don't care. But some guys do. But if I'm being open about it, then maybe somebody who is insecure about it will actually do something about it. And I think with wigs, the big thing with wigs is women can wear wigs all day long, every day, and be open about it. And be like, oh, this is a wig. These are extensions. And nobody says a thing. Nobody cares, right? The most somebody might feel is like, oh, what would they look like without their wig? But nobody really cares. Nobody looks at them and go, oh, they're insecure. Or, oh, they're weak. They're just like, oh, she wears a wig. But if guys do it, all of a sudden he's insecure, he's not really a man, he's trying to impress people, he's lying. Why? Right? So it's like, I'll take the flack because we should be allowed to wear wigs if we want to. Especially when hair is something that we can't control, right? If it falls out, it falls out. There's nothing you can do about it, right? Some real human type shit. Yeah, and like, and most people don't really notice about the scars. Like, it's just part of my face. They just kind of ignore it because everybody has like acne or pimples at some point. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so most people ignore it. But like, I'll get comments on my videos. I had one guy that I was arguing with, and he didn't have an argument for what I had said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he instantly went to, bro doesn't know how to wash his face. He's so disgusting, and just like picking on me for it. It's like, it's a scar, dude. It's not even acne. It's a scar. You're making fun of me for literally a scar. And so like, it's something that I am very well aware that I have, and that is something that bothers me. That is something that actually, like, that I am insecure about, is the scars on my face. Because no matter what I do, a lot of people assume that it's because I don't wash my face. But like, I wash my face twice a day, and I use 2 totally separate acne routines, and I've gotten a bunch of prescriptions, and none of it helps for some reason. There's nothing I can do about it, right? So I have to live with it. Yeah, and like and it's easier to say than to do, to be so comfortable with yourself that you don't care. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there are certain things that, like, obviously, no matter how much you try, you can't get comfortable with, right? There are things you're gonna struggle with no matter what. And that's okay. We're allowed to have things that we're insecure about and uncomfortable with or whatever. But if there's something that I'm not uncomfortable with, and I can be open about it, somebody else who is uncomfortable with it might feel just that little bit better to know that they're not alone feeling that way. You know what I mean? Like the hair thing. There are parts of it that make me insecure, right? Like if it's really obvious that it's fake hair, then that makes me a little bit insecure. You know, then that's more to do with, like, did it get cut badly? Did I put it on in a way that doesn't look good? You know, is it too far back? Is it too far forward? Like those things, yeah, they make me a little bit insecure. But telling people that I'm wearing one, I don't care. I would be a little bit more worried, like if I was dating and I had to tell a woman that I was going out with, that would be a little bit more something to be insecure about. But I'll take the flack because it doesn't bother me. I mean, I was an actor. Right? Like my job was literally to dress up and wear wigs and wear makeup on stage and do embarrassing things on stage on purpose. I literally have TikToks of me with like peanut butter on my face with my belly sticking out. Wearing fake hair is not something that really is going to be more embarrassing than that. You know, but if I talk about it openly, then maybe somebody who is embarrassed about it will be able to do it, even if they're doing it secretly. They don't have to be out there and expose themselves like I am, but just being able to do it without worrying on whether other guys are doing it or not and feeling like they're the only ones. You know what I mean? and yeah, a lot of guys who start losing their hair, depending on how their hair grows, a lot of guys will try like different ways to cover up the balding. You know, they'll do certain ways of comb over. Like the classic sideways comb over isn't really something that's used anymore, but like a lot of guys will like push their hair forward to cover like the receding sidelines. I didn't really recede in the side until I had already lost like the top crown area. There wasn't much I could do for covering it. And like I used to comb my hair back, but I would end up with like this dip where the hair was thinner. So eventually I just went straight to shaving. And so I never had that need to cover it up because I was just shaving my head, right? I didn't really have to worry about it, thankfully. But yeah, it's panic inducing. Or like for me, it was really hard. The hardest part that I struggled with was I would go on stage because I was acting. And you know, there'd be spotlights and stuff. And then the spotlight would shine on my head and my hair is very, very black. And you'd have the spotlight and then you would see my scalp right on the crown. So you could see I was balding even though my hair was long. My hair was longer than this. And that was really embarrassing for me to have to go on stage like that. And I was like 23, 24 years old. I was a young guy. Then I started shaving and I stopped caring. I didn't care at all, but I always wanted, more than anything, I didn't even do it for the security, like that I felt insecure being bald. I was fine being bald. I like doing my hair. I genuinely like combing my hair and styling my hair and like trying different products. I missed that. I missed that routine and I wanted that back. So that's why I got it. And now I love it. I'm so happy with it. This is Bedrock. This is Bedrock, Jack. Seriously, yeah. Honestly, it keeps your head so warm having hair and you don't realize it till it's gone. I had the opposite. I've been bald for so long, like fully shaven for so long, that when I got the wig on, I had forgotten how hot hair was. I struggled for the first like month or so with how hot the wig was. But now I'm used to it. Now I don't feel anything. But yeah, it's there's little things about having a wig back that you forget about, and it's little things that seem completely insignificant to people who have hair or who are younger and don't know what it's like to lose their hair, because they might lose it eventually, but they haven't yet. But there's little things, like for me, having bedhead. I used to get so embarrassed about bedhead, and I'm back to getting embarrassed about it now. But I used to get really insecure about bedhead. And I would try so hard to make sure all my hair was down so I wouldn't have like a weird cowlick. And now I've got the hair system. And this is permanent. I did a video on TikTok. If you look it up, it's on my page. I just tagged it and everything. I have it pinned. But like this stays on, right? I go to sleep with it. It stays on. I wake up in the morning and I wake up with bedhead. And even though I still get embarrassed about it and like I try to brush my hair out before I walk out of the room, it was so nice to wake up with bedhead and then to shower and comb my hair afterwards, and then I had my hair done, and you feel that feeling of like looking like a mess because you just woke up, and then looking like you're done because you got ready. When you're bald, you don't have that. I get out of bed and I look exactly the same as I do when I get out of the shower. There's no like, he looks like he's gotten ready today. It's just, I look exactly the same. Having that little transition, huge helper for feeling more refreshed for the day, which is something I didn't expect at all. I didn't expect to have that moment of like, I look good even if I'm tired today, and even if I like have bags under my eyes because I didn't sleep well, I was able to just look good because I showered and my hair's combed. It's a really weird little detail. All right, user, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate the kind words. You know, sometimes those little things really make it worthwhile to be a streamer, just to have somebody recognize that it's just a human moment you're sharing with somebody. Okay, I'm just gonna dig through this to see if there's any ancient debris here. How much did I pick up? I picked up 3. It's not much, but it's something. Hello, Faulty Clips. Nice to see you. I appreciate you being here. Oh, crap. I closed off Kick. I hope nobody messaged. No, nobody did. Okay. Nice to see you. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, son. And that's the thing. Like, I'm a morning shower person. I was a nighttime shower person for quite a while because, you know, I didn't have hair, so it's not like it really mattered if I didn't shower in the morning. But then I started working night shift, and I'd come home and I didn't want to shower before heading to bed. I wanted to just go to bed. Plus, because I'm sleeping in a reverse schedule, I wake up feeling tired, so that shower kind of helps wake me up a little bit. But now that have hair again, yeah, if I don't shower, my hair is a disaster. My hair is a complete mess, and it's really hard to get it to do what I want, so I have to shower in the mornings. But that feeling of feeling refreshed after you've showered, that feeling of even just looking like you're well put together. Because I have my lazy days where I don't put anything in my hair except for a bit of like conditioner, and I just kind of let my hair do whatever. But then I have days where I'm like, no, I'm gonna do my hair. Like today, I put, you know, I have mousse in my hair. I put a little bit of paste in my hair to kind of give it some texture. I did stuff to my hair, and so like I feel like I'm done up today. Whereas when I was bald, it didn't matter what I did, I still looked exactly the same as I did the day before. It's like those little details, I like that in the morning, that I can feel that refreshed and have like a done up day and have a more lazy day. It's nice. It's really nice. G, not too much. What's up with you? How you doing? Yeah, even if you've watched it the same day. Yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. And like sometimes you end up with like, because hair can be almost like paper in the sense of like when you put a crease in paper, you can't take the crease away. And so like showering almost resets that hair like positioning. But if you didn't shower, your hair sticks in one position and you can't get the exact same hairstyle you had the day before, because not all of it is sitting in the same position. Some of it is sitting in a totally different position because you slept. And so it's like, it feels gross because your hair just will not cooperate with what you want, and it's so frustrating. So the shower just helps kind of reset all that. And that's what I missed about having hair. That's why I wanted hair. I missed those days. I missed that stuff. You just feel dirty and greasy. Yeah. And a part of it's that for me. Now, I've never been good at doing my hair. I've always been the kind of person, for those who aren't on YouTube, Icy was saying that it's the feeling of bed hair, feeling greasy. It just makes you feel dirty, so you need to shower. For me, I was never really good at doing my hair. I never really, I grew up in the 2000s, right? Like I was a teenager in the 2000s. So a lot of our hairdos were like excessive gel. So our hair always looked wet and it was crunchy. And like we weren't very good at doing our hair. So I was never, you know, super impressive with my hairdos. So when I did get up in the morning, yeah, there was leftover gel in my hair, and my hair was still kind of crunchy, and it would be sticky if I tried to like wet it, and it wouldn't cooperate. So I couldn't really get away with not showering in the mornings. So that's always been kind of my life habit. Now, I just like to shower in the mornings because I like to feel awake when I get up. Plus, I usually get up and go right to streaming. So I get up and shower so I can, you know, wake myself up so I'm ready to stream. And, you know, so I don't end up with any like crusties in my eye on camera. You used to use a beanie just to flatten your hair. I kind of do that now once in a while. You know, because sometimes it'll be like out of the control poofy, and I'll do that once in a while. I haven't really worn one in a bit, but I mean, if you go back and look at any of my channel content from even 6 months ago, I wore a hat exclusively. Like I always wore a hat, and it wasn't. The funny thing is, it had nothing to do with being insecure about being bald. Because a lot of guys will wear hats because they're trying to hide the fact that they're bald. For me, it had nothing to do with that at all. Uh-oh, I screwed up. Oh God, I screwed up. It had nothing to do with being insecure I was bald. It had everything to do with I just like how hats looked on me. But now that I have hair, I put a hat on and I look ridiculous because like my hair's being all flattened and like sticking out of my face, and it doesn't look nice. I can't make it look stylish. But yeah, I always wore hats at all times. Crap. Stupid lava. Oh well. Oh, we got 3. You don't like wearing hats? I never wore hats growing up, ever. I didn't like how my head looked with hats. I always had very, very poofy hair. Very thick poofy hair. So hats, and I have a big head. So hats don't fit me, and then you add the poofy hair, and they fit me even worse. And so I just never looked good in hats, or I never thought I looked good in hats. And then I started to wear hats more than anything because I was doing a lot of theater. And I would, I would put a bunch of hairspray and gel and mousse in my hair. So my hair was always a huge mess after I was done a show. And after the show, everybody would want to go out for drinks or for dinner because, it'd be 10 o'clock at night and we'd go to a bar or whatever. And my hair was a disaster. So I would just start wearing hats so I wouldn't have to worry about doing my hair. And I kind of fell into the habit, and then my hair started to fall out. So I just continued wearing hats because it was just easier than having to like hide the bald spot. And as I went balder and balder, I just started to enjoy hats enough that I would wear them. And then like for the stream, one of the reasons I got into hat wearing was actually because I used to exclusively use a green screen. The place that I lived in I didn't have a lot of collection behind me. I didn't have any fancy lighting, so my setup wasn't very nice. So I do a green screen, but when you're balding, when you're thinning, the green screen will actually make you look even balder. So it made my bald spot look even worse on camera. So for me, it was just like, I'll wear a hat so that way the green screen can key me out a lot easier and I don't have to worry about it messing with my hair. And I just kind of went into the habit, and then I started buying a bunch of gaming hats. Like you can, you can kind of see them on TikTok. I have, they're all hanging up there now, but I had a bunch of like gaming hats. And so it became fun to just wear different hats for different games. So I'd wear like my Yoshi hat if I was playing Mario Kart, and I'd wear my Mario hat if I was playing Mario Maker. And, I had different hats for different occasions. So it became more of like a personality thing and not so much about hiding my bald spot. You know what I mean? You shaved your head bald? Yeah, I was doing full blown like razor on my head and everything every day. That is one thing I do miss, because it was really nice that I just 5 minutes shave my head and I'm good to go. Whereas here, like, yeah, this hair doesn't grow obviously, so the hairstyle's done, but I do have to like do maintenance every few weeks. And then when I get a new wig, I have to go out to Toronto to get it cut because I want to go to a stylist that knows what they're doing. And I work with this guy, Aaron O'Brien, and his worker, Melissa. He owns a salon, and his worker, Melissa, is a friggin' genius with hairdos. And so like I go there so they cut my hair, but they live like they work 2.5 hours away from where I live. So it's a long drive to get that done. I miss that because when I was bald, easy shave, good to go, 15 minutes. I know it's turned into hair loss talk. Exactly, Preston. Turned into hair loss talk. Yeah, Preston, I'm liking this. Like just a chill out, chatty type of vibe. Shave my head again? No. I mean, technically I am shaved. Like I've got the horseshoe thing going on. Like this is how magic this thing is. I have the horseshoe thing going on. But no, I don't want to shave my head again. Not for a while anyway. I'll probably end up having to because these aren't super cheap. There'll probably be a month where my wig will be destroyed and I won't be able to afford a new one, so I'll have to just wait. I'll probably go shaved for that time. But yes, what specs do my computer have? I'm actually dual streaming. I have a dual PC setup. So my streaming PC is my more powerful one. My gaming PC is the weaker one right now. Only because I didn't want to have to take apart my fancier PC for the capture card. Because I've got a capture card in my big rig. And I didn't want to have to take it apart and find space in the other PC to get it in there and like install drivers and stuff. So I'm using them in reverse. But like my main rig, the one that I'm streaming from right now, it's got a 3070, a GTX 3070 in there. I've got 32 gigs of RAM, at 4,000 megahertz, I think. So not like super powerful RAM. I've got a terabyte SSD, and then I've got a Ryzen 7. I think it's a 3700X, I think is what I've got in there. The PC that's running Minecraft right now is much weaker. It's got an i5. I don't remember what i5 it is, but it's an i5. It's also got a 3070 in there. And it's only got 16 gigs of RAM. So it's far less powerful. So I am going to switch them around eventually, but I need to like completely wipe them and get all my streaming stuff onto the second PC and all that. And then I can use my big rig for gaming. I don't have the energy, and because I'm going to be shifting stuff around in the next few months, I'll do it then. But yeah, that's what I'm using for now. But yeah, Preston, the whole hair loss thing I think it's a really interesting subject. There's so much in there that people don't realize, you know, like the whole, oh crap, what? Oh, okay. Give me just a second. And so there's a lot that people don't realize, like hair transplants. There are so many limitations to hair transplants, and there are so many things that can go wrong with hair transplants, but there are also so many benefits to hair transplants, but people don't know both sides of it. Like they either know all the benefits or they know all the negative sides, and they don't realize that, like, no, hair transplant is a very good option for a lot of people. But it's the same with wigs. A lot of people think that when they think of wigs for guys, they think of either like the cartoony wigs you see for like stage, or what you see in like Halloween costume shops, or they think of like what they saw in like the 90s, those old men that had like the little piece of hair on top and it looked more like a carpet and the wind blew it out of the way. They don't realize that like it can look completely natural and that it's made of real hair and stuff. And I think it's really interesting. There's a lot to it that people don't realize. The 5800, yeah, no, it's not cheap. I was looking at getting a Ryzen 7. I can't even remember. It was one of the 5 series ones. I can't remember which one though. But I decided not to because I'm not doing anything super crazy with my PC to need it, and the 3700X that I've got is more than enough for what I do. And like I've edit videos obviously, but I use my Mac for that, so I don't need to up this because it's useless. My Mac does all the work, and my Mac is way less powerful, but it's so much more optimized that it does it way better. Damn it! I don't know where I left my stupid bow. I must have put it in here. I'll kill this guy. I'm gonna feed the cows, and then I'm probably gonna stop for the night. Ethan, hello. Yeah, I'm playing some Minecraft. Nothing too intense. I've been going through some stuff and some things. And I wanted like a no stress game to play while I was streaming, and Minecraft is perfect for that because I could just kind of like talk without having to worry about what I'm doing, without really having to concentrate outside of just building stuff. Aha. All right, cows. There's quite a few of you in here. Did I just pick up one lead or did I pick up multiple leads? I wonder if I picked up multiple leads. Let's see. Come on, cows. Keep making babies. Make me more babies. Definitely need more though. It's not enough. I want like 15 or 16 cows in my cow farm, my beef farm. I think it's pretty good. I want it just because why not? Yeah, no, I mean, if you can get it, why not, right? Like, I would love to have like a 4090 in my system. No, I can't justify it. And I'm old enough with enough responsibilities that I need to justify if I'm going to spend a lot of money. And I'm already going to spend a lot of money. Like, I potentially want to get an iMac, not an iMac, a Mac Mini, so I can do editing. Like, I've got a MacBook Air. And it's great. It's really powerful, but it doesn't have fans. So when I'm editing my 4K videos and I'm starting to add transitions and stuff, it starts to slow down, and it slows down just enough to be annoying. Not enough for it to like be useless. It's just enough to annoy me. So I want to get a Mac Mini because it'll have the fans and it should be able to push a little bit harder. I'm not doing super crazy stuff, so I don't need anything super powerful. But like I can justify because I make content. But like a super crazy CPU, I can't justify right now. Can't do it. What other games you play? Guys, don't be getting any attention. No, it's not even that. It's you know, my father passed away a couple weeks ago. It was unexpected. He was only 59. Now, depending on how young you are, 59 might seem old, but it's really young in the big picture. It was very sudden, and there was like a bunch of stuff that went wrong with his death. That like anything that could have gone wrong went wrong with his death. So it was a really stressful time. So it's been a lot of stuff. So like I'm still coping with like dealing with my dad's death and stuff. So that's kind of why I'm not really in the mindset to do anything super intense, because like I'm easily distracted right now because my brain is just trying to keep me busy so I don't think about my dad. But normally when things are okay, I play a variety of stuff. Normally, like I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring, Dead Space 2, or no, Dead Space the remake, Elden Ring, Dead Space. I was doing Dead Island. The Dead Island 2 that came out, I've been playing that a lot. I've been loving that. So I usually do something horror, something Soulsborne based, and then I have something that's like variety of whatever. Whether it's a retro game or like a Zelda game or a Mario game, I always kind of mix things up. So my channel's quite variety, but right now I'm doing a lot of Minecraft just because it's really easy to play without having to really concentrate on the story. I have tried The Last of Us. I really loved the first one. I haven't done the remake. I've only played the original. Why am I looking in this? See, this is what happens. I forgot what I'm doing. I haven't played the remake. I've only played the original on the PS3 is what I played it on, I think. Like I did the remaster, the HD version on the PS4. That's what I did. And I played through a good chunk of the second game, but I stopped playing it because it was when it first got released and it was getting a lot of hate. And every other message that I got was basically, just wait till you get to like a certain part, you're going to hate this game. Just wait till you get to a certain part, you're going to hate this game. So it very quickly soured my enjoyment of the game. Not because I didn't like it, I actually really enjoyed it, but because people were making me expect that I was going to hate it. And that almost makes you start to like second guess everything you're seeing. Do you know what I mean? Like the whole time I'm going, okay, is this the part that I'm going to start hating? Like what's going to happen that I'm not going to like? And so like it ruined it for me. So I just stopped playing it. And at the time my viewership was kind of everywhere. So I was like, I don't even have the motivation of like a bunch of people are watching me play it anyway. Nobody's watching me and everybody's telling me I'm going to hate it. So I'm just going to stop. Yeah, I really liked number 2 from what I played. Like I said, I never watched anything, so I don't actually know what happens in the game. But I really liked from what I saw. I really enjoyed it. Games Joy sounds good. I'm glad. Yeah, I do a lot of variety. I don't really stick to anything. The only thing I don't really do is first-person shooters. And not because I'm like better than that or whatever. More to do with just like I just don't enjoy first-person shooters. I would rather be playing something different. Okay, let's get these 2 cows. Okay, we got 2 cows. Let's get some of these bovine out of here. We'll put them in the automatic farm, and then I think that's where I'll call it quits. Come here, ladies and gents. You're a Rainbow Six nerd. See, and a big part of the reason I don't play games like that is I tend to keep very busy. I haven't really been busy lately, but I tend to be a very busy person. You know, if I have 2 hours free in my day, I try to find a hobby that'll take up the 2 hours. Not because I should, but because I can't say no. So like for most of my life, like I had my band, I had my stream, I had my acting, like I always did a bunch of stuff. And so the problem that I ran into is I didn't have enough time to get good at it. And now, you know, most games have very, very intense players. And so what ends up happening is I don't keep up with them. I'm not as good as the good players. And so I die a lot. And so it's not fun for me because I spend most of the game just dying and sitting in a lobby waiting. And what's the point of playing the game if that's what's happening? For me, anyway. So I don't play those games. And I don't enjoy the competition. So I just stay away from it. Come on, cows. There's a lot of babies. They don't look like they're falling down. I have a feeling I messed up the farm. I have a feeling I messed this up. There's a good chance I messed this up. It's okay. We can fix it next time. Yeah, you can't have fun in it because you lose a lot, right? And then what happens? You get put on a team with either a whole bunch of people that don't game at all, so like they're just as terrible or worse than you, so then you're not having fun because your team is losing and they're not doing anything, or you're the one that really sucks and the rest of your team is really good and then your team hates you. And so then they trash talk you. And then it's like, that's not fun either. So, and I don't have the time to get good. I don't have the time and I don't have the concentration. So I just, oh no, it worked. Okay. So I avoid it in total because it's just not for me. That's why I don't do stuff like that on the channel. It's just not fun for me. Okay, cool. This worked. The farm is working. For now, I'll feed them from up here. Oh, you stupid dude. I hate you. So anybody who doesn't play Minecraft and doesn't know anything about what's going on, basically I've put these cows in here. When you feed them, you can obviously breed them, and then this glass actually stops the big cows from falling down, but the baby cows can fall through. And then the baby cows come down here. And then I wait for them to grow. And then when they grow, I push this button and lava comes out, see? And the big cow, that cow grew up, so the big cow dies, but the little cows are fine. And then I've got a collection system, so the beef goes in there. So I just keep feeding the cows, they keep growing, and I keep getting beef. And that's pretty much what the whole point is of this thing. And it makes my life way easier. And you jerk, you're gonna wreck my farm. Look, you're wrecking my farm. You're wrecking my farm. Get out of here, jerk. Look what he did. He wrecked my farm. I wrecked it too, but whatever. I'm gonna blame him, because I can't be blamed. Yeah, it's obviously, yeah, it's more logical to use the looting 3 so you get more stuff out of them. For me, it's just more of a lazy thing. It's just that way the beef is cooked and everything's ready to go, so I don't have to do anything with it. I don't have fire aspect on my sword. I could put fire aspect, but it's just easier. I just push a button and they all die at once. It's more to do with laziness than actual, like, making it more efficient. Because I'm just lazy. That's just who I am. Oh, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what we've done so far. So physically all we did was just build a sugarcane farm. We didn't actually really do anything. We spent a huge chunk of time just looking for cows. Because we're in a jungle, and jungles don't necessarily help you grow cows because they don't really spawn there as often. But yeah. All right, folks, I should stop. I've been streaming for 3.5 hours. That's actually pretty good for me. I never get to go through this. Yeah, I have my looting 3 on this sword. I use it more than anything on things like an iron farm, because that I really want to get a lot of, or like the blaze farm, because I don't mind having a bunch of blazes for the furnaces. But for the cows, eventually, like my other farm, I think I still have like 4 stacks in my farm there of beef, and I only came here with 1 stack, and I still have 15 more to go. Did I bring any other ones with me? I want to say I brought 2 stacks, but I think I only brought 1. So like I end up with so much meat that it just becomes pointless to have so much. So this at least gives me the possibility of running out of beef, even though not really. I've got the pickaxe with silk touch and not silk touch, like fortune 3 and silk touch. My armor it's not maxed out, but it's got pretty much everything that I need. Yeah, no, I'm out of beef here, but that's okay. I'm gonna have some more in the next stream. I'll basically have more, so I'm not a big deal. No big deal out of it. But yeah, you can do a lot of stuff to get super efficient in this game, like to the point where you just have endless amounts. Like even I want to eventually do a cactus farm so I can turn it into a bone meal farm, like have all the cactus come out and then go for bone meal. Because I don't dye stuff, and cactus isn't really useful for anything, so it's perfect for bone meal. So I might do a cactus farm. Maybe I'll do that here. Just one of the ones where like the cactus grows and then it gets broken and then falls into the water, and then I'll have it go from the water into a hopper, into a composter, into another hopper and into a chest so I can get bone meal with like an observer or something. Do something like that maybe. And then that way I can have endless bone meal, because stuff like growing trees. I used to have a tree farm. It wasn't automatic, but it was one of those, like, I fill the thing with bone meal, and then I just sit there planting trees, and then it grows the tree, and when the tree grows, it pushes it forward, so there's a new space, so I could just keep doing it. So I could pretty much AFK and just have trees growing. That was really efficient. That was really efficient. But anyways, I should stop. I'm gonna probably have something to eat, then I'm gonna get ready for bed and go to sleep so I can be back tomorrow so I can stream. I'll probably be live in hopefully in about 10 hours. I'll be live again, depending on what your time zone is. And depending on how my, like, emotional state is, maybe we'll continue with Minecraft. If not, maybe I'll try something different. I don't know. I don't want to burn out on Minecraft. That's the only thing. So maybe I'll try something different. And it'll be a much shorter stream. It'll probably only be like an hour and a half, 2 hours tomorrow. But yeah, I think we made some progress. I mean, we were able to fill the farm at least, so we made some progress. I'm happy about that. Actually, let's push these cows in here. Go inside. Go inside. Go in your cage. Go in your cage, you jerk. I don't know if I can do it while he's wearing a lead. I don't think I can. Go. Ah, perfect. And that way, when the next batch of cows is ready, I can still keep these two here. Because I want to get like 15 or 20 cows in my little beef farm, so that way they always have a bunch of babies. Because then that way I can get like 20 pieces of beef for every round that I do. And a stack will only take a couple rounds. There we go. Perfect. Give me more babies. Start having babies. And that's it. Sure. What YouTuber do you use to find out that like blueprint for the AFK AFK farm? Ethan, I appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm very talkative in general. I've been even more talkative the last couple of streams because it's just a nice way for me to kind of unwind. I am hoping to kind of do some collab streams with my brother, and then that makes me a little bit less talkative, and more like gameplay based. Like him and I play a lot of Dark Souls and stuff, so that makes us a lot more gameplay based, and then it turns into more jokes of us failing terribly. But yeah, that's kind of my content. If you're on TikTok, so if you follow me on TikTok, you'll see like my videos and stuff where I do a lot of like video game history or fun facts, or like I'll do stream tips or like content creation tips, random ones, not like super in depth. I do like comedy sketches. I've got a few planned out that I just haven't recorded yet, but you know, I do a mix of stuff. Resi, I haven't. I had everything ready last night and I put it in, like I went to order it from the Blizzard site and it was all ready and it was ready for me to cash out. And then it's like, how do you want to pay? PayPal. And then it's like total $102. I was like, no, I can't spend $102 on a video game. Not when I'm not making a lot of money on stream. And I've got to replace lights because this light's okay, but the other one's almost dead. I've got to replace it. I've also got to replace one of my monitors. This monitor's almost dead. So like I've got stuff to replace. If I'm gonna spend $100, I should probably spend it on light rather than a video game. You know what I mean? But the game looks really pretty. I had fun with Diablo 3, so I want to play Diablo 2, Diablo 4, but I'm probably gonna wait till it goes on sale a little bit. Just a little bit of sale. Oh man. Would I trade a monitor for some art? Like I give you a monitor if you give me art? No, man. No. Thanks, Preston. I thought it came out pretty good. It was very much an ad. Like it didn't seem like a casual TikTok video. It was very obvious it was an ad. But I wanted to kind of go for that spin. Because the last few videos that I've done have been much more casual videos, and it's stuff that like Lord Hair can post, but it's not what they can use for promotion. So I was like, I'll make one that's much more ad based, and then they can use that in their promos, and hopefully that'll be a little bit more useful for them. I like how it turned out though. I think it turned out really good. Oh, you give me a monitor for my art? You don't want my art. You really don't want my art. I haven't drawn in a very long time, but I'm not very good. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Hold on. This will be the last thing I do, and then I'll go. This will be the last thing I do, and then I'll go. Give me a second here. Only because you brought up art. Give me a second here. Okay, so TikTok. I'll do it on TikTok. I'm not gonna do it on Kick. Where's my OBS? OBS and image browse. Boom. It's gonna be a little bit small, but I drew that. So like I'm not a horrendous sketch person, but I'm not an artist. I'm not like, you wouldn't want my art, trust me. You really would. You'd feel so ripped off. You'd feel so ripped off. Oh, JC Plays. Okay, I know that guy. Yeah, I'll look him up. I'll look that up. I didn't even know you could do one with Vine, so I'll look that up too. I'm not Mexican. I'm from El Salvador, but I am Latino. I am Latino. Of the Vegas Knights playoff, I don't even know what that is, Jeff. I don't even know what that is. I don't know if you're referencing a game or a sport or a show. I have no idea. Hockey. Man, I'm friggin' Canadian and I should know that. No, I'm like the least Canadian ever. I'm like the least Canadian ever. Anyways, like that's like the best thing I've ever drawn ever in my life. And it's not great. It's very, very subpar. I'm not saying that to like, you know, ask for like an ego boost or anything. But as far as like proper art goes, like that was me trying my hardest. And like a proper artist could probably do that in like an hour. And that took me like 10. So not very good. That's like the only thing I've ever drawn that was even that intricate. Everything else I draw is very, very minimal. Very minimal. Oh man. Don't lie, you're great. No, where I will take credit and say that I do have skill is like in photography, videography. That I know I'm pretty decent at. I think I'm a passable photographer. You know, look at my lighting. I did this all myself. This is all me. Nobody helped me here. But yeah, with drawing, I can sketch, but not enough to make it worthwhile for like selling or to show it to anybody, really. Anyways, okay, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go sleep. I gotta eat first, and then I gotta go to eat, and then I gotta go to sleep, because it's already 1:10, so I definitely gotta sleep. Thank you, Ethan. I appreciate that. It's been a lot of work, and I don't like to point out how you know good my quality is, only because I don't want other people to think that this is important. Like, you need to have your quality look like this. If you want to stream, you really don't need this quality at all. It doesn't help you in any way. It's nice eye candy, but it's not actually helpful, you know. But I did photography for a long time, so I had a lot of equipment to begin with, and I have an interest in it, just my own interest. So I've spent a lot of time making my stream look really good, just for my own pleasure. And in turn, other people can kind of just benefit from a nice looking stream. But I'm pretty proud of it. I do think it's pretty nice. I just don't want other people to think that they need to have their stream look this way, because they really don't. They really, really don't. It doesn't help at all. You know, I've got what? Where's the number? Okay, I got 15 people watching me on TikTok. That's actually the most I've had in a very long time. But I've got one watching me on YouTube. So like, it's not beneficial in any way. It literally does nothing for you. It's just a nice eye candy thing. You know what I mean? Oh, Suds, that's the worst. That's the worst when your keyboard starts to die. I got a cheap like what is it? Red Dragon? The cheap Red Dragon that people talk about, the K something. The Kumara or whatever. It's this one. Lots of people talk about it. It's like a $35 mechanical keyboard. It's not high end by any means, but I really like it. For $30, I'm loving it. It's not a bad one. I don't even know if it's a GK61. I don't even know what model number it is. It just says Kumara model number K552RGB1, I think is what it is. I don't know. It's some cheap Red Dragon one. It was like $35, but it's great. It's been lasting me and I like it. Anyways, okay, I got to get out of here. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I'll be back hopefully in about 10 hours. If not 10, 11. I'll be back tomorrow though, for sure. Just at some point. I don't know when. But I really appreciate you all being here, all the support, all the chats. I really, really appreciate it. And, you know, if the stream isn't for you and you hung out because, you know, you're just chilling in bed or whatever and you're not going to be back, I do appreciate your time anyway. You know, just the fact that you spent some time with me is it's nice. It's like the most somebody can do for a streamer, really. Like giving money is one thing, but like just spending your time with me is a lot. It says a lot. So I really appreciate it. And I want you to know that. All right. So thank you for hanging out. Ethan, you too, Jeff, Duke, all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Everybody else, the people who have lurked and haven't said anything, I really appreciate your time. But I got to get out of here. Duke, thank you. Thank you for the compliment. All right. I will see you all tomorrow. Okay. TikTok, have yourselves a good day. See you later. And Kick and YouTube. YouTube. Kick and YouTube. It was a nice experience on Kick. You know, I was very surprised that I had as many viewers as I did. You know, that I had 4 watching at one point was pretty cool because I didn't announce this stream and I'm a brand new streamer on Kick anyway. So it was nice to have those numbers. I'll keep trying Kick for a few days and see what I think. See where it goes. And YouTube, always a pleasure. Always nice to hang out on YouTube. So thank you so much. And I will be back tomorrow. All right. See you later, everybody. Have yourselves a good day.